or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/act now. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Got the number one pick in the NHL draft, but the men that can't seem to stump. Do something
Listen
dumb,
up,
that's an observation. CLT make them need to run.
That's Lawrence Taylor.
Cut them every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
And here we are on a football Friday. The Knicks with an unbelievable win last night. Rangers, nice win as well. And, oh, by the way, maybe the game of the year in the NFL. Raanan, Cimini, Around the League, Frenzy, Stuff You Missed, NFL Picks, Plays of the Week. We do it all with my partner in crime. Today it's different. Today it's the one, the only, Dan Grassa. Good morning, Grassa. How are you?
Good morning, sir. I am well. You got a lot of things on that rundown today. We going to have enough time for it all or what?
Well, we got 4 hours, which seems like it's a good bit of time, but we got to get to it, and we got a lot to do today.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I mean, last night was absolutely bonkers. I mean, you ran down all the games. I mean, the football game, I mean, we could do 3 hours on the game alone.
Game of the year. I think game of the year.
Probably. No, I mean, at times it wasn't a very well-played game, but it doesn't matter. It gave you theater, it gave you drama, it gave you suspense. That's all you need. But like you said, in what was normally supposed to be just a ho-hum Knicks game last night against one of the worst teams in the NBA, that was exciting. Rangers against one of the worst teams really in the league in St. Louis, that was exciting. Nice little Thursday sports night, I would say.
It really was. Now, of course, you get the football game that goes, well into overtime, so it keeps you up extra late, but good, really good game. Puka Nacua is up to his old tricks again, which we'll get into, which is surprising and disappointing. He's so good, man. He is so unbelievably good. But, man, you got to see everything from Darnold last night. You got the awful Darnold. You got good Darnold. You had the Rams who felt for most of the game like they were the better team, and somehow Seattle snuck a win out of that one. But that was an excellent, exciting, high-scoring, I thought for the most part, pretty well-played football game.
I think I saw a stat afterwards or whatever that the Seahawks became the first team in the current the current overtime format to win a game where they surrendered an opening drive touchdown.
Right, and then they went for two.
And then they went for two.
Yeah.
And just, how we got to that point, like you said, like Ray and I were doing the Rangers last night. So I kind of had like one eye on the football game because I was locked into the hockey. But
sure.
I mean, you kind of saw everything that was going on and how the game was being played, and then you read, social media, and basically they're making Sam Darnold out to be, one of the worst quarterbacks that's ever stepped out on a football field. And then, oh, by the way, he's got the last laugh when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and down the stretch, once he was not good for most of the game, and then
couple of bad picks, yeah,
right. The first interception was terrible. The second was too, and down at the goal line, it feels like they kind of toyed with him and they got the best of him, but. Man, oh man, that was a great finish to the game. I will say this though, the 2-point conversion. How was that? And I was rooting for Seattle, of course. How about this, Dan? I picked Seattle in our picks -1.5.
Oh
yeah.
Oh,
forget. I might as well pay off my debt now. Can you believe that?
Too bad they couldn't go for a 3-point conversion to win it.
Then I win.
Yeah, then you win.
I mean, God forbid they get into field goal range at the end of regulation time and kick a field goal and win by 3. No. And then I'm sitting there and thinking to myself, you know what? That's what's going to happen. They're gonna score the touchdown and then go for 2 and either lose by 1 or make it even worse and win by 1. And they won by 1 point. So yeah, the only way Seattle could have won the game and I lose my pick is if they won by 1 point. And there we
well,
are.
You brought up 2-point conversion. Like, think about that play earlier in the game, or it was in the fourth quarter, right, where Seattle had the 2-point conversion, which wasn't initially. It was an incomplete pass. Then after further review, 5 minutes later, we find out.
I'd never seen anything like that play before in my entire life.
Well, let me ask you a question, and I've said this from time to time. We're kind of, in the same realm as far as, been on this earth watching football, like, for roughly the same amount of time, like in general. Do you ever remember football being this complicated growing up when you were watching it? With all the rules
I think we didn't have replay.
Well, for times we didn't have replay, right? But it's just like, why is everything now so complicated? It seems like, and you have to go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, and we have to football was never this complex. It seemed. Because I think if it was, you would look at it slightly differently. Because it was just, hey, you sit down, you enjoy it, you watch a football game. You don't got to be a rocket scientist to enjoy it. Now it's just it's everything, and the replay, and the angles, and, there have been so many plays now where if a guy's off to the races and technically he's brought down at, the 1-yard line, back in the day, that's a touchdown if he falls into the end zone. They don't go back and say, no, the knee was down at the 1. You know what I mean? It's just everything now.
I think it's the amount of cameras they have. I think if it's the way they're able to see every little minute piece of everything that happens during these plays, and the fact that we have replay, right? I think you're right. I think it's complicated. I think it's unnecessarily complicated. But I think we're kind of a product of our own lives in that we are so focused on every little minute detail of everything, and we can go over it with a fine-tooth comb that it makes it feel like it is very complicated. For really no reason. It's very complicated.
Just play the game. Maybe they won't take 3.5 hours or whatever it is. But that was a crazy game. I mean, it was
a great game.
Absolutely crazy. And, it's not that often we get a game this late in the season, Thursday night, whatever, but where you have two teams playing as well as those two teams have played all season long, with everything that's at stake, where it's a 3-horse race in that division. Mm-hmm. I mean, the NFL couldn't have scripted it any better last night. And I say, script, not that the game was fixed, but I'm saying when you make the schedule, you only hope you have a game with that kind of magnitude this late in the season.
Oh, it's great. So you go into the game thinking to yourself, magnitude-wise, with impact and meaningfulness, that's as big a game as there could be, right? You have two teams that are 11-3. The winner takes control of home field advantage throughout the NFC postseason. And to have it played that exciting and that many ebbs and flows and turns and twists, and I mean, it was really wonderful. That 2-point conversion was so weird to me because I watched the play, and when they're replaying it to see, I'm like, replaying what? What are they replaying? And they actually said there was some kind of scuffle at midfield, and I thought, maybe it was intercepted and returned for a 2-point conversion. I couldn't for the life of me figure out what are they replaying, what are they looking at. Then they show this potential lateral that's picked up. He's like, oh, there's the ball. I guess I should pick it up and give it back to the official. And that turns into that's possession. I don't understand how that's allowed, though. In the final 2 minutes of a game, you have to recover your own fumble in the end zone. And then last night, in that moment, you're allowed to just do that. It feels very strange.
No, that's what I mean. It's crazy how these little things kind of pop up, especially in a game of this magnitude, like you said. And, it's crazy with that division and how everything is coming in. Remember, last year, Sam Darnold was the quarterback of a team that won 14 games and didn't win their division. They had to go on the road in the first round of the playoffs. Now this year, if Seattle wins out the last 2 weeks, you could be looking at a Rams team with 13 wins or the 49ers with 13 wins, and they're a wild card team and have to go out on the road in the playoffs.
They could. I mean, you look at Seattle now, and here's the thing. I said this to Ray before the show. If you think about Seattle, because they were not the better team last night. I thought the Rams, for almost the entirety of the game, were the better football team. This result is exactly what you want to add complete chaos into the NFC. Because I still don't think that most people, and I would agree with this, I don't think that Seattle's the best team in the NFC right now. But Seattle controls their own destiny to get home field. So that would set it kind of on its ear. Because you tell me, postseason, Seattle hosting the Rams, who would you pick right now?
Money on the Rams.
You put money on the Rams. You believe the Rams are the better team. And nothing that you've seen would dissuade you from believing the Rams are the better football team.
And, again, it's going to start a whole new cycle of conversation. I guarantee you, once we get to the playoffs or in a couple of weeks as this thing winds down, like I just mentioned, you're going to have 1, 2, maybe 3 really, really good teams. 2 of them are going to have to go on the road in the playoffs, and you're going to have the crummy winner from the NFC South with, 8 wins or maybe 9 wins get a home playoff game. And people are going to complain about the format.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But people can complain no matter what. Puka Nacua seems like a really aware guy, by the way. Really, really smart, really aware, really understanding of what's going on. What is wrong with him? And I like him. He's a great football player, but I mean, can you have an idea of read the room a little bit? I mean, are you dumb? Is that what it is? You just don't get it? So he goes after the officials. Obviously, he's probably going to be fined, right? He gets a real talking to from the organization, from the head coach, and then after the game, did you see what he tweeted?
Yeah.
I mean, so then after the game, I mean, it's so dumb. I mean, after the game, he tweets, "Can you say I was wrong? Appreciate you, Stripes, for your contribution. LOL." First of all, did you watch that game thinking to yourself, boy, the officials really determined the outcome of that game?
Well, I mean,
No.
maybe he's referring to the 2-point play.
But that's the rule. It's a stupid rule, but that's the rule. They had the official guy in the booth, and he's like, that's a 2-point conversion, successful. What's he complaining about?
You know what's funny, though, to me? Like, and we've never played professional sports, but, you go out there, you play 3.5 hours, and look, he played his ass off. He was great. He was arguably the best player on the field last night.
He made John concede in their fantasy football matchup already.
Really?
Yeah, well, John and RJ are playing each other in the semifinals, and John said, well, the week is now over because RJ had Nacua.
Oh, then that's a win. But, like, can you imagine, like, you leave it all out on the line like that, you walk off the field, and then 5 minutes after the game, the first thing you think about doing is pulling out your phone and putting something on Twitter?
That's exactly what he did.
Like, it's incredible. And you know what's amazing? Like, this world we live in right now, it's like happening in real time. So Sean McVay goes up there and does his post-game press conference because I actually watched that before I went to bed. And he's getting grilled about all this Puka Nacua stuff, more like the off the field.
And he didn't even know what was being discussed there.
He had no idea, which is, I give him credit, and he answered all the questions because normally coaches would stand up there and say, I'm not going to talk about that, no comment, whatever. And he said he looks off stage, and I guess it's the PR guy or whatever, and he asked him, like, did he do this? Did this happen? Like, it was insane watching it unfold. But that's the world we live in now with social media.
It is, and it's shocking, and it's dumb. That's the thing. I mean, Nacua was awesome, but it's going to be overshadowed by the fact that it's how dumb are you?
Well,
when you just got reprimanded and you go out and you do the exact same thing, criticizing the officials?
Well, this is his, third year in the league, I think?
Is this only his third year in the league?
I think so.
I think you're probably right.
Right? It's not his second, so it's got to be either 3 or 4, but I think it's 3. Bottom line is, at least to my knowledge, and we know that he's a phenomenal player. He had a great rookie season and all that stuff. And, he's a gamer, plays through injury, all that. But now we're, like, starting to get a little bit of a look-see into, the guy off the field. And there's a lot going on there, to put it mildly. We were talking before the show about all the things that, his name pops up in the headlines over the last little while here. And, I mean, even what was going on with his brother, for crying out loud. You saw that story last week.
His brother got arrested. Is this the story? His brother got arrested for stealing the car of a Lakers player?
Yeah. I guess open to interpretation, like stealing. If you borrow a car versus, I guess there was a little miscommunication there. But so anyway, there's a lot going on with him. And, it's like somebody actually asked Sean McVay in the postgame last night about the whole Puka stuff over the last few days. Like, was it a distraction? And Sean McVay kind of snapped a little bit, and he said to the guy, did you watch the game? Did you see how he played? Do you think that he was distracted out there?
What
did he have, 225 yards?
He wasn't distracted. He played a great game, but is there a chance that within that room there was any kind of distraction?
Well, I don't see how there was a distraction when they had what kind of a lead in the fourth quarter, and they lost by a point in overtime? Like,
they had a 15-point lead. I think the stat was like Seattle was 0-179 when trailing by 15 or more points going into the fourth quarter. And
a lot
was
of
the
teams
first time in franchise history they were able to come back and win that game.
It was crazy. I'm sure if you were at that game and you're a Seahawks fan, you're probably thinking
they were
game's
booing
over.
them. I love fans, man. Fans are the absolute best. They're booing them. What are you doing? You're a disaster. Sam Darnold stinks. Get off the field. This is awful. We win.
That's it.
Look at us.
I mean, that's one of those games, if you're a Seahawk fan, today's the day maybe you sleep in, you enjoy it, maybe take the Friday off, the long weekend, and bask in that victory. Because, I mean, you don't like to say that they stole one, but lack of a better term, they stole one.
No, you don't like the term. You may not like the term, but that's exactly what they did. They had no business winning that game.
But it counts.
And then the Rams are going up and down the field ad nauseum. Like we go for 70, 80, Nacua, Kyron Williams. We're running the ball. We're wearing them down. They get the ball fourth quarter. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. We're taking no time whatsoever off the clock. The punt return from Shaheed was huge to cut the deficit to 8. Then they get the touchdown on a 2-play drive, right? The Barner touchdown. And then how about in Jigba last night? He has nothing in the first half. Blank. They throw one ball in his direction. It's not complete. The stat sheet is barren. Second half, overtime. I think he goes for 8 for 96 and a touchdown. He is terrific.
What about our boy Harrison Mevis with the missed field goal, right? That was in the fourth quarter. Then we might not even be talking about overtime. That was not to say that any kick is easy, but in today's standards with field goals, like that was kind of what we would consider to be a chippy, right? Was it in only like 41 yards or something?
I think it was 47. But you're right. Like, I mean, a 47-yard field goal with no real weather or wind. And the weird thing about that kick is it was good. Like, that's good. And then you're like, wait a minute. Did that go wide? It did go wide. And then, of course,
right at the very last minute. And
at
I
the
guess
very last minute, Seattle's in position to go down the field and easily kick that game-winning field goal, and they can't. Darnold takes a big sack again, and we go to the overtime. But I thought a really, really entertaining, and people love offense, right?
Yeah.
I'm like one of the few people that, like, you give me a 13-10 game, really well played defensively, I'm fine with that. But in this day and age with fantasy football, and I need offense, you got I think exactly what the fan base was looking for. And even Al Michaels stayed engaged for the game last night.
Well, at times he stayed engaged, I think. There were a couple there that just going back and, like, seeing the clips, you're like, oh, boy. But, no, you're right. I'm with you. Like, it's at times, like, you see a game like that last night, and you're like, it shouldn't be this easy. Like, from an offensive standpoint. Like, it's kind of video game-ish at times. Because we have two teams in this town to where, like, 10 yards is pulling teeth. And you have two teams like that go up and down the field and score all these points.
Yeah. So, Seattle, I mean, if they win out now, they will have home field advantage, which, I don't know. I mean, I think you'd probably take the Rams going in there. I don't. It's funny. I looked at Seattle earlier in the season and thought this might be the best team in football. They're really good. And even though now they're in position to have the 1 seed, now I have legitimate questions about the Seahawks.
Yeah, because even with home field advantage, that place isn't like an impossible place.
Not
for
like it used to be.
To come in and win. No, not even close. Not even close. What'd you think of the rivalry uniform for the Seahawks last night?
It felt like Oregon to me.
A little bit.
Yeah,
the helmet had that little greenish kind of tint to it.
I tell you what, when they wear the blue uniform with the Seahawk logo on the helmet,
Dave
to me
Craig's.
that's the uniform.
Dave Craig, Steve Largent.
Yeah.
Those you got to go back to full time.
Yes. That like the other Kurt Warner, the running back Kurt Warner, that's Steve Largent, Dave Craig. That's the uniform I love. I thought they were fine.
Well, like you said, like those Seahawks uniforms, like the 80s Seahawk uniforms. The Jets went back to that era uniform permanently. The next team that has to do it is Denver, because when Denver wears the orange crush uniform, like those are with the blue helmets, those are the best.
Oh, those are absolutely gorgeous. All right, so let's take a break. Knicks with a massive, massive win last night. Not that the game was that important, because they didn't play it as if it was that important. I have a real problem with the NBA, by the way. But to get a win without playing so many of your guys, that's a big-time win for the Knicks. So we do have a lot to do. 800-919-3776. D&R with you on a Football Friday right here on ESPN New York.
It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SamwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, we're celebrating this holiday season with our $155,000 Slay the Road drawing, including your chance to win a new Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash. Earn entries all month long, then be here on January 1st between 12 and 3 p.m. when one winner will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. At 4 p.m., one lucky winner will win a Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, it's Michael Kay talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, save on all holiday gifts for everyone on your list. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you could trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
There are small risks in life, like giving a kid a football to play with in the house.
Whoa, watch out for the... Okay.
And then there are big gambles, like giving a kid a lottery ticket. Never gift a lottery ticket to a person under 18. Learn more about how to gift responsibly during the holidays at playresponsiblyny.com. Please gift responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
All right, D&R with you. Friday morning football. Friday morning. Grassa in for Rick. I do have confirmation, though, Dan. Rick is up and listening to the show this morning. Why he would be up and listening at this hour is beyond me, but up and listening.
So he is among the living. God bless him.
Yeah, good for him. He's going about his coaching day. All right, so we've got calls to get to. We've got the Knicks to get to. We've got and then it's a football Friday, so it's got all the normal things that you adore. It's got the frenzy. It's got around the league. It's got the whole thing. But here's the question now. Typically on a Friday, RJ runs point on around the league. RJ, did you hear RJ's news, by the way?
No.
Oh, you're going to be very, you know
Big
the word titillated?
news, jazz hands.
I'm not even exaggerating. Big RJ news. Ready?
News. Yeah.
Baby number 2, June 13th.
Get out of here.
Yep.
This is, I mean, obviously it's public if you're going public with it.
Well, it's public because we discussed it on the air yesterday, and he told us at the big brunch on Wednesday,
which I was not at.
You were invited to and chose to not attend.
Well, there's a lot we could get into there, but here's why I'm disappointed. And first of all, obviously, congratulations to him. Okay, that's number one. But number two, so RJ and I actually, and remember, like we've had this conversation on the air a lot. Like, I would consider him a close friend, and I would hope he would consider that too. We had I would say, close to 20-minute phone conversation yesterday afternoon, he and I.
Really?
And that was not mentioned once. Now, two ways to look at it. Number one, is he expecting me to bring it up and, like, offer congratulations thinking that I would know?
Well, how could he expect you to bring it up where there's no, concrete evidence you even know?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
This piece of news.
And that's my alibi, which is the 1,000% truth. Like, because I didn't know until you just told me.
Yeah, I find it strange that we're sitting around Wednesday and he told us and we were all very excited. Then he talks to you Thursday.
Yeah.
And doesn't share that with you.
Not at all.
Do you think this affects the closeness of the friendship a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. How does it not?
I'll tell you what. Friendship skills, it's not a great friendship moment for RJ.
All right, now let's bring it back.
It's just not.
No, it's not. Now put yourself in my shoes, okay? Given the fact that, all right, maybe there is something that's affecting the friendship, does that maybe get me off the hook as far as maybe like a gift once said child arrives?
So here's the thing. Yes, I think the fact that it wasn't overly important for you to know, and he didn't really look at you as the inner circle, I think it does affect the gift. But I know you, and the baby's going to make an appearance in June, and you're going to do the right thing, and you're going to get him a gift anyway.
Let's say I didn't, though. Like, I would be well within my rights because of what we just outlined and the fact that I was left
I think so, but also, do you want to be that guy?
Yeah, we're going to discuss hypotheticals that are not actually going to happen.
Do you?
Well,
do you
no,
really
I mean, but here's
want
where
to
I'll
be
give him a
the petty
pass.
child that a friend has a baby, and you say, "Well, you didn't tell me, and I found out through back channels, so now I won't get you a gift."
No, but now see, all right, I'm going to put myself in his shoes because whenever something like, all right, whatever kind of news it might be, I'm also not one of those people that goes around telling people and volunteering information. Because I just don't want to be that guy. Even in a private conversation, somebody that I might know for a very, very long time, I'm not just going to sit there and say, oh, by the way, did you know that I won the lottery last week? Like, that's not me. So if RJ's not really one of those, like, boisterous type people anyway, which is maybe why, like, he and I have always hit it off. But maybe that's the way he was thinking.
Also, most importantly, the news is barely 24 hours old.
Yeah, but I understand how RJ made it public on Wednesday. Right? We discussed it on the air yesterday. He had a 20-minute phone conversation with Dan after the fact that it was discussed on the air and didn't think to tell, this is not my words, a close friend that he's having a baby, Ray?
RJ's a humble guy.
Well, it's not about being humble. It's a life-changing, huge moment. If you're not going to share that with a close friend, at what point, what do you share?
Let me throw this one out there, too, which may make it even worse for him. Among the topics of conversation in those 20 minutes pertains to the fact that RJ is not on the show today because he's got something involving Antonio, which is a child, a young child. So you would think the wheels in the brain, topic of conversation, hey, we're talking about my one child.
Yes.
Oh, I have this news pertaining to a soon-to-be second child. Maybe I can offer up this information to a supposed close friend of mine.
At this point, I can't defend that. You bring up a valid point.
The whole thing is valid. The whole thing is valid, right? And I think it makes a lot of people change the way they look at RJ. Still a great guy, maybe not as great a guy at this moment as we thought he might be.
Like, I am in the car. I was driving home yesterday from the Jets.
What was the genesis of this conversation then? Who called who?
All right, so I called him after the show, so like late morning-ish. I just called him up to let him know, talk about the show today or whatever.
Did you know he wasn't on the show when you talked to him?
Oh, I knew he wasn't going to be on today.
You knew he wasn't going to be on the show today.
Yeah, but I still wanted to call and chat up and all that stuff. I haven't talked to him in a few days. So I just wanted to call. He missed the call. Then he called me back later on in the afternoon when I was over in Florham Park, so I couldn't get to the call when he called, and I was returning it driving home. But like I said, it was a solid, I would say, I'll give you the actual length of the phone call. How about this?
Yeah, you could. That's the beauty of technology. You can hit that little I button, and you can see the exact outgoing call. How long?
Well, I don't think that this vindicates him in any way, but I oversold the length of the phone call. It felt like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It was 9.
See, that's also, Ray, that's a very bad look for RJ. If they're on the phone, on the phone for 9 minutes and Dan gets the feeling that was a 20-minute conversation, RJ is not good on the phone.
No, it's not that he's not good on the phone.
Oh, please.
9 and 20 is a big. That's
a massive. 9 minutes is a quick conversation. 20 minutes is a lengthy conversation.
Here's how I look at it. Okay, so take the 9 minutes. I don't think I spoke to I haven't spoken to RJ. When did I see him? I saw him 3 days ago. Okay, so we talked on the phone. I was enjoying every ounce of those 9 minutes, and to me, it might as well have felt like 20 because I was really getting everything I possibly could out of those 9.
Yeah, but if it felt like 20, I mean, a 20-minute phone conversation is a real lengthy conversation. A 9-minute conversation and a 9-minute conversation felt like 20 for you. That's not a good look for RJ.
Yeah,
it means
but Dave,
that you were bored by the conversation.
No, not at all. I was in horrible rush hour holiday traffic. Like I'm coming home. When I'm coming home from Florham Park, I'm passing like a major shopping mall. To where at like 4:30 in the afternoon or whatever, you might as well just pull over and waste your whole night away because
is
you're
it
not
that
moving.
Classy shopping mall? Very high class one.
There's a lot of class, yeah. Yeah.
All I'm saying, you're sitting in traffic. There's nothing better than a let's waste some time phone call with a friend, and you felt like that was a 20-minute conversation. 9 minutes. Let's be fair. What you said without saying it is RJ is boring as tears on the phone.
Well, no, that's not it at all.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like it was a waste of time.
You don't need to confirm it. I understand. No one wants to ruffle feathers. Everyone loves RJ. I get it. Obviously, as a conversationalist goes, he's not a great one on the phone.
No, I see. I beg to differ. But let's get back to the original point of this whole thing. Even though it was only 9 minutes, you would agree 9 minutes is 9 seconds is more than enough time to sit there and say, oh, 100%. By the way, close friend, I have some news.
Totally agree. Shared with the guys yesterday at the brunch. We even discussed it on the air this morning. Dan, guess what? Great news. Ange and I, we're having a girl. Right?
Well, you're telling me that last part, so it is indeed a girl?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
See, it is a girl. It is a girl.
I didn't even know that.
June 13th.
Dave, congratulations to RJ.
I'll pass that along to RJ.
On behalf of you, thank you.
Yes.
You're like, you know what you are? You're like the press officer, or the press agent.
That's
or whatever.
right.
That's what you are.
That's right.
Family. You're the family spokesman.
Yeah. So, Dan, let me just confirm with you this information. The Santillos are pregnant. They have one baby, one child. He's Antonio. They will be having another child in June of 2026, after which RJ will be taking off a little bit of time from work to help Ange take care of the baby, convalesce her back to good health and all those good things. So
I feel like a fanfare should have gone with that.
What?
I feel like that deserved a fanfare or something. You know,
what
trumpets.
was the time frame you said, by the way? When is this due?
June 13th. What do you mean this?
Well, I mean, when is it? I would say, like, when is this happening?
It's happening on June. The estimated date of arrival is June 13th.
Is that Flag Day?
That's
14th.
Oh, 14th.
Yeah.
Do people do anything for Flag Day? Do they do anything at all?
I don't think so. I think if you're putting a flag out for Flag Day, you're already putting a flag out anyway.
Right.
So.
Right. You're doing that every other day.
People really celebrate Flag Day. I think you just recognize it.
The post office open on Flag Day?
Yeah, if it's a weekday, yes. If it's a Sunday, then no.
Then what's the point of it?
What do you mean? If the post office is open, you can't take a moment?
Well, but Ray just said most people, like, a flag is going to be out every single day anyways. Why does it have to be just one day?
You celebrate the flag on that one day. Who cares?
The flag gets a day. That's all you need to know.
June 14th. Also, what happened on June 14th?
June 14th, 1986, Mets, Phillies?
Maybe. June 14th, 1994.
Is that the OJ day?
Oh.
Rangers, Knicks?
Oh. That was the big Friday.
Anybody?
Yeah.
What?
Everything was happening that day.
Mm-mm.
No?
Or was that just a parade?
No. June 14th, 1994, Game 7, Rangers-Canucks.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep. Is what it was.
Gotcha.
What a day that was. Let's go to John in Rockaway, see what's on his mind this morning. John, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Good morning, guys. I just want to preface this by saying I'm very happy for Sam Darnold. But I don't know if you guys saw the stat saying that he's the second quarterback all time that go back-to-back seasons with 10 wins for two different teams, and the other one is Tom Brady.
Really?
This goes to show, when he went from the Pats to the Bucs.
So what is this? Back-to-back 14-win seasons, Tom Brady and Darnold the only ones?
Back-to-back 10-win seasons.
10? That's double digits. That's not even a lot. That's shocking.
Wait. Give me this again.
Back-to-back seasons.
Let him say it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It was back-to-back seasons, 10-plus wins for two different teams.
Oh.
So, Vikings to Seahawks, Patriots to Bucs, both those seasons, 10-plus wins.
Okay. All right. I could see that. I mean, thanks for the call, John, how many teams are moving on from a quarterback when he leads them to 10-plus wins?
Right.
Right? I mean, I'm sure you don't have a laundry list of guys that played on Team A, had success on Team A. Team A said, bye-bye. Then they go to Team B and they pick up where they left off from Team A. I'm sure you don't have
I'm racking my brain to even think about, like, what it could be. Well, see, like, you think about, like, great quarterbacks. Okay, remember, when Montana went to the Niners in 93, 92, he was hurt or he didn't play much for the 49ers. Steve Young played, so that's
what do you mean
why
when Montana went to the Niners?
Left the Niners.
Went to Kansas City. You know what I mean? Like, so he didn't play much that last year with San Francisco. Steve Young did.
Right. And
so that's why he didn't have
on the heels of him
wins.
getting almost decapitated by the Giants in that NFC Championship game.
Right.
No, I don't think there's going to be a lot of guys that I would even question how many guys won 10 games with a team and then left that team to go play for another team. That can't happen very often.
No. Sam Darnold, by the way, has the most wins the last 2 years in the NFL. How about that?
What'd they win? 14 last year?
14, yeah.
Okay, here's my question.
Yeah.
Do you trust him?
Well, I was going to say, what is Seattle up to now? They're up to...
Seattle's 12-3 right now.
So he's got 26 wins over the last 2 years. You know what the problem is? Not one
do
of them
you
is in the
trust
playoffs.
him?
It's difficult for me to say. I know the guy pretty well.
But you come on, you're a football fan. Do you trust him?
I got to see a guy win a...
Do you? I mean, so last year you had awful against Detroit in that Sunday night game, awful against the Rams in that playoff game. This year, game 1 against the Rams, awful. Game 2 against the Rams, for the most part, awful. And then he turned the corner at the end of that game. Do you trust him?
No, you got to see a guy win at least a playoff game first before I can give that trust.
Okay. Well,
That's
I'll tell you what,
fair,
if
right?
they have the 1 seed and they're hosting a playoff game off of a bye and they lose that game, you might never trust him.
Right. Then we got issues.
Yep.
Right now, let me ask you a question. In the NFC, how many teams do you have faith in? Forget about bye, first round, second round, whatever. How many teams do you have faith in the NFC to walk into Seattle and win a game in January?
A bunch.
Yeah.
I think Philadelphia could do it. I don't ultimately love the Bears, but I think they could do it. I think Green Bay could do it. I think the Rams could do it. I think a lot of teams could do it.
San Francisco?
I don't know about them just because they're so banged up, but maybe.
I want to see we need to see Green Bay now without Micah Parsons because remember,
it's a massive loss. To lose
huge.
Micah Parsons is a massive loss for Green Bay.
It's huge.
Yep. All right.
But no, there are candidates is the bottom line.
Oh yeah, I like last year you looked at Philly, you're like, who can beat them in Philly? And the answer was really nobody. This year you look at who could beat Seattle in Seattle, and the answer is probably more teams that can beat Seattle in Seattle. Let's break, come back, get into the Knicks. Last night I was so annoyed, and then I was so happy. There was good, there was bad, there was annoying. At the end of the day, you found a way. They found a way. D&R with you, ESPN New York.
Bet 365. Bet 365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together during the Mazda More to Move You sales event. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for just $229 a month at Garden City Mazda.
We are proud to serve our country, to serve our local communities, to wear the uniform, to be a soldier, to serve abroad when and where duty calls. We are ready to stand with our brothers and sisters to defend, to serve, to fight. We're always ready. We're always there. We are the New York Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the New York Army National Guard.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything! The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu!
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
All right, now D&R with you, ESPN New York. Now, ESPN is your home for the college football playoff this weekend, which actually starts tonight. Tonight you get Alabama and Oklahoma, two real true blue bloods. They play on ESPN and ABC along with 1050 ESPN and, of course, the ESPN New York app. Then tomorrow, another good one, Miami plays Texas A&M at noon on ESPN and on ABC along with 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app. Followed by Ole Miss and Tulane, along with Oregon and James Madison at night. Both of those games are on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app. By the way, Dan, this is an unbelievable sports weekend.
Very good.
Amazing.
Very good. When throwing the college football playoff games with the NFL games, you got NFL Saturday football, plus all the other stuff. It really is a good one.
It's a great one. So you got the Friday night football, which I love. You get the early game, which is a good one, Miami and Texas A&M. Then you get the 2 additional college football games. You have a day littered with college basketball. And, oh, by the way, you have 2 very meaningful NFL games tomorrow as well. Really,
very
really good day.
And tonight we'll see, because if, with the Alabama game tonight, should Alabama lose, does that start the clock here a little bit more in an accelerated fashion with Kalen DeBoer going to Michigan, which is all the scuttlebutt these days?
What I don't understand is Kalen DeBoer was really good in Washington, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has he been good at Alabama?
Well, he hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been Nick Saban good.
He hasn't been good. I mean, they've lost. When they eventually lose, it's going to be their fourth loss of the season, which will be back-to-back years of 4-loss seasons. Last year, not even making it to the playoff. Is that the sexiest hire?
Well, including it, and if they lose tonight, it's the second loss of the year to Oklahoma.
Right.
Think about it.
Right.
Well, no, you know what it is? Well, if you are Michigan right now, considering what you just went through, there's only one way to go, and that's up, right?
Yeah, but I don't know that the guy that I would be pining for would be Kalen DeBoer.
Well, here's the problem, though. You're up against it because all this stuff hit the fan so late in the process, right? Like, what are we? The season's over for most programs already. The recruiting cycle, you're already kind of up against it there. Like, it's not a great situation to be in. So, everything that came to a head with Michigan, with the coach, you never want it to happen, but, at this time of the calendar, you're at a supreme disadvantage.
Tremendous disadvantage. Yeah, you're right. But I would think a school like Michigan would still be one of those schools that you need to get to.
Well, but here's if you're Michigan, okay, what primo candidate are you getting on December 19th who's not already coaching, let's say, some other program? Right?
I don't think you're going to get it right now. You're going to have to wait for things to shake out a little bit. But I would think that Michigan is one of those programs.
Late. You're not going to even take an NFL assistant because that guy's going to ride it out with whatever team he's on for another 2-3 weeks, which just kind of slows you up even more.
The process is at a halt. But you're right. Alabama loses, and if he's the guy that they're most interested in, then you'd figure that would be done very soon. But if you're I guess Alabama's still an attractive job, but it's not nearly the same attractive job that it was when Saban was there.
No, but if you're Kalen DeBoer, too, maybe you look at it as, maybe I'm cut out a little bit more for, let's say, Michigan and that type of a region of the country with recruiting and so on and so forth versus, down south where, it's football, not just football, it's college football.
Life. Yeah.
24/7, 365.
And it's life. Yeah, absolutely. All right, I want to get to the Knicks. I want to get to Artie in Brooklyn first. Artie in Brooklyn, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
What's up, Artie? How are you?
What's up, Art? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So you guys didn't mention the most important game, Jets versus Saints.
How is that the most important game?
Because the winner of that game, in my mind, does not draft a quarterback.
Does not draft well, I don't know that the Saints are going to draft one anyway. They may like their quarterback. And why would you think that if the Jets win that game, they don't draft a quarterback?
I think they'll be low. They'll think about it, and they'll say, let's put all our chips in the next draft. We use our picks to strengthen our defense, maybe trade a pick for Mac Jones and go for the thing next year. Whereas if they lose the game, they're so high up that they'll spend their picks and get Mendoza if that's who they want. If it was me and it's 1-2 with the Raiders and the Jets, I'm taking my chances that the Raiders are going to take more. Believe it or not, I think it's the draft all over again with the Patriots. Maybe they wanted Caleb
You might
Williams.
not be above the Raiders anyway. You're going
They're not going to be above the Raiders, but I'm going to take the chance that the Raiders are going to take more over Mendoza.
Yeah, but why would they do that, Art?
Because more, if you look at some of the draft things, Moore is more of the athletic. He's more Mahomes than Mendoza is. He's more Cam Newton than Mendoza is. And to me, some teams are willing to take that chance, like the Bears. The Bears took away Caleb Williams, but you could tell that what's-his-name was better, more systematically than Caleb Williams. Right now, you think the Bears would trade May for Williams?
I think the Bears would bring in May and move on from Williams, yes.
I do not.
You do not? Okay.
All right, I do not. All right, thanks.
Well, there's different. Look, there's different quarterbacks. They're not all built exactly the same. In terms of skill, style, it doesn't matter. You're going to find the guy who you think is going to be the best for you and help you win. The Bears, when they took Caleb Williams a couple of years ago, okay, even though the Drake May was still on the board, like they thought at the time, and most people, Dave, remember, most people thought at the time that Caleb Williams was the best prospect. No?
Oh, well, it wouldn't have gone number one if they didn't think he was the best prospect. No, nobody had an issue with that.
So, a lot still has to shake out between now and then. But here's the thing. Like, that whole talk about, well, you know what? You don't take a quarterback this year. You wait for the class, 2027, whatever it is. Okay. You really want to play that game? Because I'm old enough to remember this summer going into the season, what did they talk about, Dave? Just everybody, and their mother told us just how great this crop of quarterbacks was going to be. And who was going to be the best of the bunch? Arch Manning. How'd that work out? He ain't even going to be in this draft class.
No, now you hear the 27 is going to be the class, but who the hell knows?
But like I said,
we don't have
we're
any
4
real
months
idea.
away from where we were just told that the 26 class was this great, crop of players, and now you're telling me that I should look, 16 months down the road or whatever it is until the class of 2027? Come on.
I agree.
Nothing says it. Look, it's not ideal. But nothing says you can't draft a quarterback in consecutive seasons if that's the road that you end up going down.
Yeah, but you would prefer not to do that.
Of course, you would prefer not to.
If
but
you take a quarterback in the third or fourth round, and then the next year, you want the quarterback at the top of the draft, I can live with that. I don't want to take Mendoza or Moore or one of these guys, and then the next year have to take another quarterback. That would be franchise malpractice.
Well, the other thing you have to also take into consideration is what happens if, let's say, you have a regime change in any way. Let's say it doesn't work out, and all of a sudden you got a new coach, a new GM or whatever, and they come in and they're like, you know what? I don't really like this guy. I'm going to go get my own guy.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think you will, but you could have that with the Giants, right?
Cardinals did that.
I don't think it's the craziest thing in the world. But and we've gotten into this a lot. That I think the Jets need to figure out their quarterback situation this offseason. I'm not waiting till the 27 draft.
I would agree. Look, and what Artie was saying, yes, does the defense need some fixing? Absolutely. Number one, they got to find a coordinator first and foremost. Number two, you got a lot of pieces that you got to plug in on that side of the ball. But not saying it's going to fix all your problems. You're going to have a lot of cap space. You could go out there and fix a lot and plug a lot of those holes in free agency when it comes to what you're missing on defense, too.
But you got a ton of money.
A ton of money.
And you have a ton of draft equity. So this thing is, done the right way, very fixable. But we'll see.
It's the NFL.
Jets, and it's been a long time.
It's the NFL. Things could turn from one season to the next. But
I think there's a real chance, and I asked Mel about this the other day, I think there's a real chance that the Giants change on a dime next year. The Giants are a playoff team.
It could happen. What was the 1 year with the boat trip year? Remember, what did they do?
15.
They went out there and spent a boatload of money in free
16.
agency and fixed their defense.
Yes.
Right?
Quickly.
Olivier Vernon, Jack Rabbit, Snacks Harrison. That was all in one offseason. And those guys all had good years.
Great years. And the team
and they
was
go
good.
To the playoffs.
I think they were an 11-win football team.
Ben McAdoo, genius.
Until he wasn't. All right, so I want to get into this.
Mm-hmm.
And this annoyed me.
Uh-oh.
And I'm still annoyed, but I'm much less annoyed because the Knicks won. You're desperate for these teams to go compete and play and win and want to win this NBA Cup, right? Like that's what Adam Silver demands and really wants, correct?
Sure.
And then you follow it up with the Knicks having to travel to Indiana, take on the Pacers, come home tonight, take on the Sixers, play on Sunday, host the Heat, 3 games in 4 days after you have to burn the candle at both ends by playing an extra game in Vegas. And now, for whatever reason, you don't play Towns, Robinson, Hart, you name it, up and down the lineup last night. Make it make sense for me, please.
They want you to take part in the NBA Cup.
Right.
They want you to pretend like you should care. They want you to go all out. But really, the two teams that are inconvenienced more than anybody else are the two teams that play in the championship game of the NBA
So what
Cup.
is the impetus now? Because I get it. You want to win an NBA Cup. You want to win some semblance of a championship. That matters, right? And raise a banner, not whatever. Like, Knicks fans felt good about winning that thing. And now you're going to punish a team by playing less than 48 hours later and 3 games in 4 days in games that actually do matter? No. I have a massive problem with this, Dan.
Well, San Antonio has the same exact schedule as the Knicks. They played last night, and they have – well, no, excuse me. They played last night. They play tonight. Yeah, and they play Sunday. So they have 3 games in 4 nights, too.
But
San Antonio
it's also
was home
ridiculous.
last night.
That's also ridiculous.
Like I said, see, the devil is in the details. Right? Like, everybody talked about the lead up to that game on Tuesday about, oh, you should try, you should really want to win. It's a championship, banner, no banner, whatever it is. But they never bothered to look ahead and realize the two teams that are playing in this game, think about what they have on the back end of this tournament.
So the game that counts, you can't play all your guys because they're just either exhausted or a little banged up or you want to give them a day off or whatever it is. But the game that doesn't count, the expectation from the NBA is you better have all your guys playing in that game. That's a big product for us. It doesn't make any sense, and it's ridiculous. And the only reason I'm not having a complete meltdown right now is because of Jalen Brunson, is because he hits that 3. Because if you lose that game, I'd be highly annoyed. You can't play Towns, Robinson, Hart. I mean, give me a break, man. There were guys on the court I weren't even sure who they were last night.
That's a fair point. I agree with you. Same thing. But you know what's ironic, too? I'm just like, San Antonio last night played Washington. So, in a weird way, the Knicks and the Spurs both played garbage teams right after the NBA Cup final. And San Antonio won convincingly, and the Knicks had to wait until the last seconds to pull that one out.
Literally,
but it's right. There is something fundamentally wrong, okay? And I don't give a crap what the NBA or any of these leagues are going to try to sell you on about you should go out there and you should try to win and the incentive and all that stuff. Okay, great. To your point, that game on Tuesday night does not count in the NBA standings.
No.
The games last night did. And because they played in the NBA Cup, they had to go out there for rest purposes and trying to get through 82 games and the long playoffs and all that stuff. They had to go out there with essentially a G League lineup, save for Jalen Brunson.
Right. Brunson, Anunoby, Bridges, but yeah. And now I will tell you this. Kolek, it feels like we've really, really turned a corner here.
No, I mean, he could play. You always knew he could play.
No, I didn't always know he could play.
No,
I didn't always know he could play. I mean, he was a great college player, but does that always translate? And watching him last year and watching him early stages of this year, I didn't see a lot from Tyler Kolek.
Well, I think it's opportunity more than anything else. I think it also benefits the player when you go out there and you're given a long leash and you know that you don't have to look over your shoulder, where we've heard some other guys say, you know, I make one mistake and I got to look over my shoulder because I think there's somebody at the scorer's table waiting to come in and sub me out of the game. Like,
yeah, listen, I think that's probably, you know, the fact that he actually gets run now, real run. But, I mean, I watched him for that rookie year, and people clamoring, why don't we see more of him? Why do you see more of him? Because he's just not good. But now I think you've turned a corner, and he's someone that you're excited about. So that is really, really terrific. All right, let's do this. We'll take a break. We'll get to your calls on the Knicks. 800-919-3776. This team is rolling right now, and the NBA did everything in their power to take that away from the Knicks, and they're so good that they give them the big middle finger in return. It's D&R with you right here on ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads on this Football Friday. Here's the great Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dan. Hey, watch out for that rush hour holiday traffic throughout the day again today. Watch for delays as well at the inbound George Washington Bridge of 30 minutes. Lincoln 20, Holland at least 30. Watch for an accident. Newark Bay Extension eastbound into that merge with 139. We're seeing delays on the Garden State Parkway north at 142. All lanes closed with a collision. And over on the Clearview, traffic slowing down as you head northbound at Union Turnpike with a crash. Traffic sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports, coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame, 880 ESPN, New York.
Hey, it's Michael Kay, talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, save on all holiday gifts for everyone on your list. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you could trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
The holidays are here, and Amazon Pickup is your MVP of package pickup. Need that perfect gift like a brand new jersey for the big game? With Amazon Pickup, you can grab your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule at no extra cost. It's fast, it's easy, and it keeps your holiday surprises tucked safely away. So whether you're running from work or heading to the holiday party, Amazon Pickup makes holiday shopping worry-free. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Blue Shirts fans, it's time for Rangers hockey, and the action starts on Saturday at Blue Haven South with Team ESPN New York and Ultra. Whether you need a pregame spot or you're looking for the right Rangers bar to watch the game versus the Flyers, Blue Haven South is your destination. The party tips off at 12 p.m., and ESPN will be giving away plenty of ESPN prizes. Join fellow Rangers fans on Saturday at 121 Fulton Street and enjoy Ultra Draft and bottle specials all day long. It all happens at Blue Haven South.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together. During the Mazda More to Move You sales event, lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for $229 a month for 33 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for $239 a month for 33 months. Both with $49.95 to its signing. It's the Mazda More to Move You sales event at Garden City Mazda. At Garden City Mazda, expect the exceptional.
There are small risks in life, like giving a kid a football to play with in the house.
Whoa, watch out for the... Okay.
And then there are big gambles, like giving a kid a lottery ticket. Never gift a lottery ticket to a person under 18. Learn more about how to gift responsibly during the holidays at playresponsiblyny.com. Please gift responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
I'm not even exaggerating. Big RJ news. Baby number 2, June 15th.
Get out of here. So RJ and I had a phone conversation yesterday afternoon, and that was not mentioned once.
Do you think this affects the closeness of the friendship a little bit?
How does it not?
Friendship skills, it's not a great friendship moment for RJ. Still a great guy, maybe not as great a guy at this moment as we thought he might be.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
I still can't get over the fact that you talked to RJ for 9 minutes yesterday, a full phone call, and not one mention of, huge news for me, Dan, I'm having another baby.
Well, it's the 9 minutes, as we said, and then when you add on top of it, part of the conversation was tailored towards his current child and what he's going to be involved with today.
Why he's not here today, because he's at like a school event for Antonio.
Right. We weren't talking about, things that are happening, in the, great Northwest.
Right, you weren't breaking
like
down the Rangers' power play where
no.
You say, like, boy, Rangers really, they don't score much. And then he's saying, like, by the way, I'm having a baby in June.
Yeah,
like, he had
nothing like that.
The perfect entree into that discussion.
Yeah. It's
Perfect
like, oh, by the
entree.
way, did you hear they found the guy, the suspect in the situation at Brown University? Oh, by the way, did you know that I'm having a second child? Nothing like that.
Right. It's not like you were talking current events.
No.
And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I have a current event for you.
You excited about the college football playoff? By the way, did you know? Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't love it.
Well, how about this? So I was talking to Ray, and I said, okay, so now I have this information. And we know that I can't congratulate him.
Do you even want to?
Well, I mean, obviously I'd like to, but then, it's going to have to be via text message because I know that he's got.
Here's what you do.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure if he's not up now, he'll be up very soon. He's probably up now anyway. You shoot him a text. Guys told me you're having another baby.
Oh.
Thrilled for you. Congratulations. So
I like the way you.
That's passive aggressive. I don't know.
No, it's good though.
Darn right it is. So you are telling him, hey, I know. I'm happy for you regardless, but I know. And oh, by the way, I'm not happy that you didn't tell me. You don't have to put that in there. It's baked in.
Well, I said to Ray.
It's very passive aggressive.
I said to Ray, should I do it already?
It's genius.
Should I send it now? What if RJ's not up? And Ray should be like, just go ahead and send it anyways.
Yeah, I think you want us to help you craft this text?
No, I think I'm more than capable of crafting a text.
I don't know. I mean, because you could feel a way about things right now, and you could be angered at RJ, and maybe it doesn't come across the way you'd like it to. So if you'd like to proofread it via me or Ray, or we create it with you, I'm happy to. If you have it on your own, then take care of it all on your own.
Can I be honest? There is not really not a Santillo, but a scintilla of animosity in my bones right now. Not even a hint of it.
Yeah, I think you don't realize how deep this runs, though. I think you are definitively hurt over him because you consider RJ to be a close friend.
I would think so.
Well, clearly he doesn't.
No, but that's the point. That's the crux of this whole thing because it doesn't matter what I think anymore. When something like this happens and you're on the outside looking in, like you're not on the email exchange, the text exchange, whatever, then clearly somebody has a difference of opinion. Right? Clearly.
I don't feel great about any of this, to be honest with you.
But I'm okay with it. Like, it's not going to ruin my day.
You have two choices. You can pick up and move on, or you can weep over it.
Well, how about this? Do you think, and this tends to happen, if this was the first child, maybe it's more monumental, but
it's still
second child,
man. I mean,
been there, done that,
is monumental. And here's the thing.
But I'm just saying.
We sat down for this brunch the other day.
Yeah. Was it good? By the way, how was did it live up to expectations?
Herein lies the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been to this place before.
Mm-hmm.
RJ said, I believe the quote was, best pancakes I've ever had. He said
he had pancakes.
The first time when you guys all went, they were the best pancakes
when we went the other day
ever had. We went Wednesday of this week. Fine. You would never, ever put them up in the category of greatest anything you've ever had.
Wait, Ray, the brunch on Wednesday, you guys went to the same place we went to last Friday?
Yeah, we talked them into going there.
Yeah, because they said how amazing it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I thought you guys were going to the place you told me you were going to.
We were going to until they went on and on about how when I hear best pancakes I've ever had, how do I say no to that? We had to go there.
RJ basically was like a forklift eating those pancakes last Friday. Ray, am I exaggerating it or not?
Not at all. I've told them this.
I mean, like literally, I was sitting next to RJ in the booth, and I'm sitting there working through my process and eating my breakfast, and I looked over 2 minutes later, his plate. Yeah, it's a process. Working through he was done in 2 minutes. He cleaned his plate.
Well, he didn't eat with the same veracity that he did last week, and the pancake, because I had one of his pancakes because he said it was too much for him. It was fine. It wasn't bad, but I'm not saying, boy, I just had the best pancakes. It wasn't even close to a Mount Rushmore pancake for me. It wasn't that good.
They were okay, And Ray will tell you this. The problem was they were so filling. Like, I didn't feel – it felt like I had swallowed a tire the rest of the day. Like, seriously, I was like – I couldn't even breathe.
Yeah, so it was oversold, and we went, and I think there was massive disappointment. But here's what I want to say before we get back to the calls and the Knicks. And you say it didn't present itself that RJ could get into this with you yesterday on the phone. Mm-hmm. We sat down, take our jackets off, get our seats, luxuriate a little bit, spread out, make yourself comfortable. RJ took control. He said, guys, I will now dominate the conversation for a moment. What is it, RJ? Guess what? We're having a baby. So don't think that he deferred to anything with you, because the other day he made sure to take complete and utter and immediate control of, here's what happened, here's what's happening, it's my news, and it will start the brunch.
Can I have the roster for the brunch?
Yeah, of course. It was obviously me, Raymond, RJ, Rick, Brownshire, and John.
Oh, so John made it, because John was belly aching about these meetings.
John needs a. Yeah. You know what he's like? He's like that girl. I can't go. I can't make it. I'm too busy. I can't. I don't have time. And yeah, of course he made it.
Because 2 days ago, all he was talking about were these meetings. I don't know if I could go.
He wants you to think he has very important, high-level meetings that he can't do other stuff for, but it's not really true.
Right.
So that was the roster. Any other questions?
But no, the reason that I asked that, so then obviously. That was 6 people, 5 people, whatever. RJ obviously has them held in greater esteem than me.
I think, unfortunately, yeah, I believe that to be true.
That's true. And guess what? And this is not to throw any shade at Tom Bauer, because we love Tom Bauer. If Tom Bauer was at the brunch, he also is a level above me.
Well, let's confirm, because Bauer is in today for RJ.
Yeah.
Bauer, did you know the news before Dan did? Did RJ call you and tell you that he, in fact, was having a baby?
No, I did not find this news out. I actually found out on Twitter because I saw RJ replying to a bunch of congratulations.
So
tweets at him.
But you knew the news before Dan knew the news.
I guess so. If this is the case, yeah.
Like you said, if it was on the air yesterday,
this morning, you knew.
I did.
Twitter knew the news.
I did
before
know,
me.
but I wanted to confirm it first.
Yeah, it's true.
Now I am so just
turned off.
So replaceable in RJ's world, it's not even funny. I am.
I feel terrible about this. I got to be honest, I feel terrible about this.
Do you know what being indispensable is? I am dispensable.
You're dispensable.
In RJ's world.
RJ has made a statement.
Oh, it's a statement.
You matter to him very little. And I hate to be the one that's the bearer of this news, but that's the truth. The truth is you matter to him very little.
You know the expression excrement on the bottom of your shoes? That's what I am to RJ.
Oh, man. The whole thing's very troubling. Let's get to some of the calls. People want to talk about the Knicks. I'm annoyed by the whole situation. So we take so many calls the other day, Dan, about how do you reward the teams for winning the cup, right? You win the cup and you win nothing. You don't win an extra playoff game. You don't move up in seedings. You don't get a draft pick. You don't get anything. Nothing, right?
Yeah.
Except you get punished. You win the cup, and now you have to turn around and play, and you can't even play your guys. Like, you don't think that something is highly broken with the scenario where you play on Tuesday, you play everyone, you max out everyone. Mitchell Robinson looked like he was going to pass out. He was that exhausted. And now, 2 days later, you can't play anybody?
Yeah. Make it make sense. Now, here's the thing, because, again, I think up until this year when the Knicks were in the championship game of the NBA Cup, I don't think we here in this city paid it much mind. You know what? Milwaukee won it last year, and the Lakers won it the first year, if I'm not mistaken, right? For the stupid cup. Were they belly aching about their first couple of games after the championship game? You know what I'm saying? So, we don't know. Maybe it was a thing. Maybe it wasn't a thing. But everything you're saying is spot on. I mean, if you're the league where winning every game should be the most important thing, it clearly isn't. Because now it just seems like load management, making sure your guys play all 82 is the most important thing compared to going out there and actually trying to win.
The weird thing to me is that the NBA basically said this exhibition game holds more weight than a regular season game. Because had the Knicks said, we got 3 games in 4 days coming up, so we're not going to be overly concerned about the game Tuesday night against San Antonio, the NBA would have read them the riot act. No. You will play Towns, you will play Robinson, but 2 days later, having won the NBA Cup, benching half of your roster and playing guys you didn't even know were on the roster, that's fine. That is a broken system is what we have right now.
I think we need to redirect our anger, not even towards the NBA. Seriously. Because the NBA, I think, is just pleasing their partners. Number one, you blame Emirates, okay, because we know that they got more money than God, because they were the title sponsor for the NBA Cup.
Right.
Okay, and they're
in fact,
loaded.
Isn't it the Emirates Cup?
Yeah, they are loaded, okay? You ever try to fly Emirates?
Mm-mm.
Number two, Prime Video, because the whole NBA Cup thing became a Prime Video showcase. Right? So you know that Jeff Bezos and all that crap, they probably we know that they wrote big fat checks to the NBA. So they were sitting there with their hands out. Emirates, Amazon, who cares that the Knicks have to play 3 games in 4 nights playing after the NBA Cup? They don't care.
Clearly not.
As long as their pockets are full.
Well, clearly not.
Seriously, that is where you should direct your anger.
But
and at the end of the day, it's the almighty dollar.
Adjust a team's schedule, or if you go to the NBA Cup Finals now, I mean, you knew that last Saturday. Say, okay, now you don't play for days. Like I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, the whole process is flawed because when the schedule for the NBA comes out in August, like this 2-week window, this whatever. Remember, they leave a couple of days open because in the event of how the NBA Cup plays out, if you don't advance to like the quarterfinals, then they have to just out of thin air pull like 2 games.
Right.
And you're going to play this team on this day, this team on that day, and they schedule the games like a week before they're actually played. Last year, remember the Knicks and the Pistons, they had a game where it was originally supposed to be played in Detroit when the schedule came out, and then all of a sudden, they had to flip the game to Madison Square Garden, so the Knicks played 41-41. So if you can do those things at a moment's notice, why do you still have teams having to play 3 games in 4 nights coming off of the NBA Cup?
It doesn't make sense.
Right?
It
make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense. By the way, and we won't do it right at this moment, RJ is listening, and RJ has reached out, and RJ has spoken. And we will
I don't even want to read it.
And we will. I will read it. We will get to that in a few moments. We will get to that in a few moments. Let's go to Richard in Manhattan. Richard, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Dave, Dan, Kolek had his coming out party. That's what last night proved. It was a great game, followed by the greatest first. Excuse me.
Richard, I actually felt like his coming out party was the other day against who did they play?
San Antonio.
Yeah, against San Antonio.
But it doesn't count, Dave.
Well, but I still watched him play well.
This game convinced me that they don't need DiPietro back. They have enough on the roster.
Richard, are you unwell? Are you sick?
My voice is gone a little bit, Dave.
Rich, please tell me you're not going to be doing dental work on people today with a voice like that.
I wear a mask. No, I wear a mask, Dave. I'll be okay. I feel great.
I wouldn't do it with an iron shield.
No, I feel great, fellas. The football game was great. What a game! I'm still a little confused about overtime. I would do something a little more simple in overtime. It's just too hard.
Well, what's so confusing though?
I know I got to figure something easy. At 12 o'clock at night, I can't figure out who's getting the ball.
Richard,
too hard for me.
Can I explain it to you quickly? Like I don't think it's all that complex. So
Rich might have been on NyQuil that time.
You get the ball, right? You're a team. I'm a team. Right. You get the ball. Does
it matter whether I win the flip or not?
It doesn't matter as far. No, the flip means nothing. You get the ball.
That's not good. That should be made into something big.
No, you want to eliminate the importance of the flip, not make it more important. So Richard, tell me this. Last night, the Rams get the football. They score a touchdown. That should be it. The game should just end without Seattle ever touching the football.
I don't know, Dave. It's just a little complicated.
It's not complicated at all, Richard.
All right.
Rich.
Okay.
Rich, the Seahawks. Rich. The Seahawks became the first team last night in this format to allow an opening drive touchdown in overtime and then still win the football game.
That was great. You're right. That was fantastic. That was good. The 2-point conversion was great. It was the greatest Thursday night game ever, followed by the greatest Knick win, the most insignificant Knick win, but it was a great game, and there's going to be a lot of positives out of all of this. So, fellas, all this other stuff you're barking at is true. It makes great listening, but it doesn't matter. They played great. Dave, go back to
They didn't play great. They didn't play great at all, which is fine. And thanks for the phone call. They didn't play great. The Knicks were terrible last night. The game was almost impossible to watch. I don't turn on a Knicks game to watch Huck Porty and Trey Jamison and Jemison or whatever. No, they didn't play great. They fell behind by 16 to one of the worst teams in the NBA. The only reason they were able to fight back and somehow win this game is because Indiana stinks. Any other team, and the Knicks lose that game last night.
I'm surprised you weren't locked into Gabe Perreault and Brennan Othman in St. Louis. That's a bad job.
I did watch that game. I saw the deflected goal, and then I saw the overtime winner from JT Miller. Yeah, no, of course I watched that.
Let me ask you a
game.
question.
Yeah.
Other than your tooth, like dangling by its last nerve ending, I mean, just like indescribable pain. And Richard is
like
your
an
dentist.
exposed nerve.
Like anything.
Yeah.
Like something that like you can't even like pick your head up. It's so bad. Other than that, would you ever sit in a chair and have a voice like that, knowing the germs that are like lurking in his mouth
here's
to be
the
that
thing.
close to you?
If I have an appointment today with Richard for a garden variety cleaning, do you think it's that they are obligated to say, just to let you know, Dr. Richard is under the weather and sounds like garbage?
1,000%.
Okay. So you walk in there and they have not told you that, you don't feel like that's fair.
If I walk in there and, like you said, garden variety cleaning from the garden, and I hear him, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I'll be with you in a minute. I'm walking right the hell like a bat out of hell.
You don't want to be there.
Happy holidays.
Okay. Does it make you rethink who you're using as your dentist?
No, I mean, like, he's a human. Everybody gets sick, but it's just not – our timelines are not going to intersect on that day. If he's fighting through laryngitis, the common cold, whatever the hell he's got, bronchitis, I'm not going to be in the same ecosystem that day. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. So you walk in, and the immediacy that you hear is like, hello.
I'm gone.
Let me get down to business. Like, he sounds like Harvey Firestein. You're out.
Yeah, I don't want Harvey Firestein as my dentist. No knock on him. I just don't think that he can perform a root canal.
You don't know that, though.
No, I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have dentistry skills.
RJ has responded. Phone lines are all lit up. The NFL, the NBA, we go around the league. We have Cimini, we have Raanan, we have a frenzy. Dan, I don't know how we're going to pack it all in, but we will. The response from RJ next. ESPN, New York.
Listen up, football. Never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM839072. MSRP $26,690. Zero security deposit. Ends 1/2/26.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little Chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
All right, D&R with you, ESPN New York. We got to get to these calls. We got to hear from Santillo as well. And I refer to him as Santillo because I don't think he's in very good standing with anybody right now.
Wow, even you?
Yeah, well, I'm very bothered by this because he tells me all the time the closeness that the two of you have. But if there's such a closeness like he claims, then why did he not tell you, someone he's considerably close to, his big life-changing news?
I need you to read this because, like I said, I got my phone lit up. I got the text. I can't bring myself to read it.
You won't even look at it?
Won't even look at it.
All right. Well, I think it's a fair response from RJ.
Mm-hmm.
Heard some of this segment, and this is a very fair point. The truth is, I didn't think of it when I was talking to Dan yesterday, which I should have. But after I hung up, I swear I was watching the game last night and thought, oh, man, I should have told Dan. But figured, you know what? I'll tell him when I see him next week in person. I should have just texted him last night, but this is all fair. So, in some way, I respect the fact that he's falling on the sword and admitting his foible. But in another way, massive life-changing news. Like his life will be different from this moment on. And he talks to a dear friend, a compatriot, a coworker, a muse in some ways, and doesn't even think to tell him what's going on in his personal life.
Can I add another layer to this, which probably doesn't also paint him in the best light?
Oh no!
And I forgot this part of the phone call.
Please tell me you told him, like, hey, my sister's having a baby.
Well, no, I told you how we were talking about the Antonio Broadway Christmas function today, right?
Correct.
Okay. 9-minute phone call.
Right.
And I didn't think anything of it at the time. We even laughed it off because he even issued an apology mid-phone call, and we laughed it off. I would say for at least from my perspective, 4.5 of the 9 minutes that we were on the phone together, extremely audible in the background, was some sort of children's program song with singing and blah, 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 to where, like I said, we laughed it off, and he even apologized because it was so transparent in our phone call. So, talking about Antonio's function, we've got the children's soundtrack going on behind us. I'm having another kid, but that's not going to be brought to the conversation.
I hate to say this. I hate to do this, but I have to. He doesn't consider you inner circle, inner sanctum.
I mean,
he just doesn't.
And here we go.
Ray, he just doesn't.
But let's be real.
Nobody forgets they're having a baby.
If this is the court of law, and I am the attorney, and I am presenting all of this evidence based on our 9-minute phone call yesterday to the judge, who is the judge going to rule in favor of as being left out in the lurch?
RJ would get a life sentence if this went to trial.
I agree.
He would never see the light of day
RJ, what's
again.
your favorite
I would
food?
think prior behavior would play a role and grant him some leniency. I think if
maybe
anybody
he gets
deserves
out in
a great,
years, but he's not out before that.
So
and
it's not
he'll
like
be
he's
a
going to
changed
the
man,
chair.
being
Parole.
treated like that in prison. Because I don't want he's not going to a country club prison for this.
Time served.
I want real time.
What's bail set at?
A lot. 6 figures minimum, maybe 7.
Well, Nick Reiner got $4 million.
Really?
I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
Did he or did he not?
We're going to leave that alone.
I'm not.
We're going to move on. We're going to move on.
You know what? Maybe RJ should be freed. Let's go. You know what? It was going along so great, and you just had to deal like.
I just gave you a
hey,
benchmark, so obviously it was going to go a lot lower than that. That's all I was offering.
I mean, that's a hell of a benchmark.
No. I'm not doing it. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Tony the Bronx. Tony, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Good morning, gentlemen. You guys are the best. Tell Trump to give him a pardon. He'll be all right.
RJ's going to get pardoned.
Yeah, he needs a pardon.
So I have a way to fix the NBA Cup. Because the fact that the championship game meant absolutely nothing is ludicrous. How are you going to make them play and then say that meant nothing? So the stats that Tyler Kolek had, out the window. He had an amazing game. God forbid he hits a triple-double. It doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
He
had a double-double last night. So how are we fixing it, Tony? What are we doing?
So how we're fixing it is, first of all, the championship game, not only does it count, it should count for at least 3 to 5 wins. That's number one. That's number one. Number two, playoff seeding. You are guaranteed 1 through 4 if you win this championship, because the money means nothing to these guys. Half of these guys are
That's
like,
not
"Oh,
true.
I'm giving it to charity." I don't care.
That's not true. The money means nothing to the fans. I mean, is it great? Thanks for the call, Tony. Is it great that Brunson and Dadier and all these guys get an extra $500,000? Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. As a fan, I want to be rewarded. You're not going to give them 5 extra wins. And I'm going to guarantee they're a 1 through 4 seed. I don't know what you do to incentivize the fan base to care more about the NBA Cup. I think the money incentivizes the players to care more.
Yeah, but did you see, I think maybe Mike Brown was the one who said it. Like, good job by the Knicks, in all seriousness. Like, because they hooked up a lot of those staffers, like the behind-the-scenes people, like the trainers, the video people, the massage therapists, all the other people behind the scenes that weren't part of the winning share for winning the NBA Cup. Like, the players basically, gave all the money to them.
It's great. I think I saw Karl Anthony Towns donated his money to charity.
Yes.
He said he's getting it to the charities that he has in the Dominican, to build gyms and all that. So, which is fantastic.
Saying that they're not incentivized. Clearly, the money incentivized these guys. You saw the reaction of the guys on the bench. They stormed the court. They were very excited, as well they should be. But the fans, I don't care that they're getting $500,000. It doesn't do anything for me. What would matter to me is the Knicks getting some kind of an actual basketball benefit from winning the NBA Cup.
Well, let me ask you a question. Here's and this is, if you have loftier goals, which the Knicks do clearly. Let's say the Knicks fall short of even the NBA Finals this year. Let's say they lose in the conference finals. Okay, and then we look at this season as some sort of a disappointment.
Yes.
Right? Next year, the NBA Cup rolls around. You going to care at all? Or are you still going to think back even last year, like, the Knicks fell short of their ultimate goal?
Yeah, that's what I'll think.
Right?
I mean, and that's happened to all the teams. Is they've won the NBA Cup, and then I don't think any team's gotten out of the first round.
I saw some lunacy, where they were, it was actually, the Post the other day, in lead up to that championship game.
Not the Post.
Mike Brown, the decision to go with Mike Brown and move on from Tibbs, the decision could be validated if the Knicks win the NBA Cup.
Oh, come on.
That was a legitimate journalism that they published.
Come on.
I mean, what are we doing?
That's ridiculous. Vinny D tries to defend RJ, but I don't think he does at all. He says, when I got engaged, I didn't tell anyone from work. Yeah. If RJ didn't tell anybody yet and saved the news for when you were there or told you the same time he told everybody else, I don't think you'd have an issue whatsoever.
Dude, you talked about it on the radio.
Right.
On the air. So
Yesterday,
somebody that he doesn't even know or will never know knew before I knew.
I mean, Bauer. And I don't think that the Bauer relationship is the same as the R.J. Grassa relationship, but maybe it is.
Think about it. Anybody that was in the office that day when R.J. disclosed this on the air, R.J. probably doesn't know half of those people, doesn't even know where they work, who they work for, right? I mean, that's the way it is there. They knew. I didn't know.
I think what has to happen is I think you need to do like an inventory of all your friends and see if how real these relationships even are.
I think we're going to have like a sit down. We're going to have to probably go for another plate of pancakes, which is his favorite, and we're going to have to talk this thing out.
Yeah, it's not a good look. All right, let's take a break because when we come back, Dan, it gets crazy. It gets wild. It gets fast. It gets furious. It's Raanan. It's Cimini. It's around the league. It's the frenzy. It's all of it. And it's next. D&R with you, ESPN New York.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, we're celebrating this holiday season with our $155,000 Slay the Road drawing, including your chance to win a new Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash. Earn entries all month long, then be here on January 1st between 12 and 3 p.m. when one winner will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. At 4 p.m., one lucky winner will win a Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Hey, it's Michael Kay talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, save on all holiday gifts for everyone on your list. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you could trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom designs that let everyone know who you're rooting for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing stacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A.
Have you heard the story that's about a guy who lives in a bank that is really close by? The Capital One Cafe is his home, no doubt, where customers bank and get their cash out. There's no fees or minimums on checking accounts, so your money stays. Most Capital One Cafes are open all 7 days. This magical place, as some people might call it, is where the Capital One Bank guy says, "What's in your wallet?" Such a lovely tale.
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The NBA is happening Christmas Day. 5 games, 1 unforgettable lineup.
That's what Christmas is all about.
Buckets for breakfast, breakaways for dessert. It's the holiday tradition.
Christmas is our day.
With star power from across the globe.
The stars, they are going to be out.
The best gift, you don't even have to unwrap it.
We want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon Eastern on ABC and ESPN.
All right, D&R with you. ESPN New York Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, that's when it's Tully time. Knicks hosting the 76ers at the Garden. Pre-game coverage starts 6:30 right here on 880 ESPN, the ESPN New York app. The Islanders host the Canucks at 7 o'clock, and the Devils visit the Utah Mammoth at 9 o'clock. And that's game time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Time now for the Raanan Cimini reports, brought to you by Bet365. Jordan, are you still full celebration over the NBA Cup for the Knicks?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I'm ready to raise the banner. No?
You want the banner.
But they're not going to raise a banner.
I know, but I'm ready to raise it.
You
go on the
raise
street,
a banner
celebrate. You know what I mean? Hey, we celebrate. Knicks fans apparently go on the street and celebrate after first round, victories. So might as well just
what the Knicks should do? They should hand out one of those mini banners for all the fans coming to the game tonight. If they could have printed those up quickly, like NBA Cup champion.
Hey, Jordan,
I wouldn't mind. I mean, I really don't care either way as a Knicks fan. I mean, I don't want to. Maybe not a full banner, but either way, I would have been.
Like a mini banner
decision.
Like a little baby banner.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Did
when
you hear
when
the
they
drama
numbers?
at the station, Jordan?
No, I haven't.
It's very upsetting. So we went out to our
direct text.
We went out to our end of the year show brunch the other day.
Oh, I heard there was going to be that. Rick didn't even know it existed, but yeah.
Right. And we had a great time, great company. RJ takes point right at the start of this brunch and says, guys, got news for you.
Mm-hmm.
Having a baby.
Okay.
So we're ecstatic. You
got to celebrate now.
Right? We're so happy, so excited. And then, talking to Dan this morning, I said, Dan, did you know RJ's having a baby? Not only did he not know, Jordan, they had what felt like 20-minute phone conversation yesterday, and he didn't even mention to his, quote, close friend Dan that he's having baby number 2.
No mention.
No mention.
None. While we were talking about,
I think that friendship needs reassessment.
My question is,
about
is
children.
Is it really a real true friendship?
Yeah, I think that's a fair question at this point. Clearly was, not meant for you. It was only meant for the close inner circle.
Yeah.
Right. And Dan's not part of that.
No, I'm on the outside looking in. I mean, that's the only way you can look at it, right, Jordan?
Please, dear God, tell me he told you that he was having a baby, Jordan.
No, I'm not part of the inner circle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
Neither am I.
All right,
space
so
over on this club.
But by the way, is Rick just he's done for the year? He
takes off Fridays.
The towel?
He's very anti-Friday, so he's taking off Friday.
What?
Yeah, he didn't work last Friday. He's not working this Friday. Yeah, no Rick. I don't know what to
guy just does whatever he wants. Huh?
Whatever he wants, and they
whatever he wants.
He does whatever he wants, and they cater to him every step of the way. Every single step of the way.
Wait, could we get back to this? Do we know if it's a boy or a girl yet?
We do. We know it's a girl.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's
following. So 1 and 1.
He's gonna have 1 and 1.
All right. That's when you know you could just throw in the towel and be done right there.
Yeah, he can easily just be done. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So not a lot of positivity surrounding the Giants, but let's start with positivity because I lead with generosity typically, and that Abdul Carter played I thought a hell of a game last week.
Yeah, that was the response that you wanted. Now, granted, you'd rather not have to bench him twice. in order to get that response. But that's kind of what you expect from him. And what the Giants have said is that, he's been in earlier. He's putting in the extra work. And maybe it's sort of clicked. So they see it again this week, hopefully. And that's the thing is, we talked to people. I mean, Dexter Lawrence said everything. That was, he had his little game. Now basically, I'm paraphrasing the rest of it. Now go do it again, right? That's the thing is they see the talent from him. They know what he can be, but now it's about doing it consistently. So we saw it there. Like, that's a flash of what this guy can be. Now go do it again and again and do it more consistently. And, it's a positive sign of Abdul Carter being the player I think that most people thought he was going to be coming out of the draft and being the number 3 overall pick.
Special teams were outstanding last week, don't you think?
Oh terrific, God.
Yeah. It's amazing because they just fell off the cliff. They were good for most of the year, and then the last 2 weeks, or last 2 games, I should say, because there was a bye in between, just abysmal. I mean, they're becoming an abomination in the last 2 weeks.
Now, who's kicking this week?
Ben Sauls.
Who is this guy?
By the way, you know what? He looks like Dan Grassa.
Really?
Yeah. He might as well be Grassa kicking on Sunday. He's probably 5'10". Looks like he's 40 years old, even though he's young, rookie. But yeah, at lefty too. So
do you think I look old? Because
is he any good?
No, but I mean, you're around the 40-year-old mark.
He's older than 40.
But I'm not an NFL kicker either.
If he thinks you only look 40, then you're doing a hell of a job.
Oh, well, see, you're doing good, Dan. You got no grays. I don't see grays.
Dan's like 45.
Yeah. How do you have no grays?
He's not older.
Kids,
he dyes his hair.
There's a couple.
No, he dyes his hair. Really?
You dye your hair.
Rick also dyes his hair. I'm the only one on the show that doesn't dye his hair.
Huh.
I don't dye my hair. You can see the grays.
Huh.
Sure you don't.
It's going to happen,
So, all right, Jordan, let's continue along with the Giants. I mean, are you surprised that Kafka has, I don't know, had been so bad so far? Like the team has been as bad as they've been in the Mike Kafka era for the Giants?
Yeah, you thought that they would get some wins here down the stretch. The schedule isn't as imposing, right? They just lost to the Commanders. That's a team that's definitely beatable at home. No Jaden Daniels. So I think you thought the results would be slightly better. But I think what it does show you is where this isn't a good team, right? Talent-wise and everything else. Like, they're just overmatched. Like, they can't – their defense is just bad. It's flat out bad. They can't stop the opposition. And, their special teams are, like we just said, are abysmal. So I think you expected a little bit better in regards to results. You do see some improvements, but look, some of the same problems that were there before still exist. So, yes, I think coaching was a problem, but some of the lingering effects, like the Abdul Carter thing, that was like Mike Kafka's basically having to sit there, and this is why it's so hard to be a successful interim coach. He's having to clean up the mess that was left by the previous coach, right? They enabled to the point where here we are, and the problem still exists. So now he has to clean it up, and he's basically out there cleaning it all up. And the fruit of his work is not. We're not even going to get to that point. We're probably not even going to see it.
Just from talking to different people, it's been a couple of weeks now with the change with the defensive coordinator spot. Do the guys tell you that anything is any different whatsoever with now Charlie Bullum being the guy?
Yeah, I mean, they're more aggressive. They have a more aggressive approach. But, I mean, at some point we got to come back. Is the talent really good enough there?
Right.
Like, we sat here at the beginning of the year, we thought they'd have maybe we just overestimated some of the talent. Javon Holland hasn't played very well, right? Paulson Adebo has been injured. He came back. He's just been okay. Like the others, Deontay Banks was a disaster no matter who's there. Their linebacker play has not been very good. The interior of the defensive line, aside from Dexter Lawrence and maybe Roy Robertson Harrison at times, is awful, right? So a lot of the same problems still exist, and that's kind of the same thing with Kafka. It is what it is at this point. I mean, you saw it last year with the Jets, right? Olbrich took over; it only got worse, right?
Yeah, well, I'm going to see it again starting Sunday.
But what we realize is he's not a bad coach because look at his defense in Atlanta has been good this year again.
Well, yeah, but some guys are defensive coaches. And
yeah,
some
but even
guys
the
are head
defense
coaches.
fell apart when he was the head coach last year.
Well, yeah, it was a disaster.
Yeah.
We've had this talk for a long time. Are you finally at the point where Joe Shane cannot return as GM of this team?
Yeah, I'll say this. So, I haven't spoken directly to ownership about this, but I've heard from people who are close to ownership, and they've flipped from when Brian Dable was fired, right, about a month ago or so, to now, to Joe Shane is, he's in serious jeopardy. Like he's in real trouble here, considering what's going on. That the change of coaching hasn't helped out at all, right? That was sort of the thing. Look, they have the good young talent. They have the good young core. The talent is better than what the results are. And I know it's a small sample size and it's a tough spot for an interim head coach to come in, but it hasn't really changed the results, right? And it's not just a coaching problem. It's obviously a much bigger problem, like the whole program. The talent level, is it really good enough? They're 2-12. They're 5-26 over the past 2 years. It's hard to reconcile that. 5-26. They have 31 games.
I know, it's unbelievable.
They've won 5. And he's the one who put together these teams. So we could sit here and squabble about whether the talent is better than the record. The bottom line is the totality of the team that he's put together has produced a 5-26 mark. They have an 8-game losing streak, and someone asked Mike Kafka, like, have you ever been part of something like this before? And he said no. And I'm thinking to myself, what are we talking about?
Last year.
You lost 10 straight last year.
Right.
They could top that this year. They lose out this year. They'll have the number 1 overall pick, but they'll also set new Giants record for 11-game losing streak.
Jordan, they have to lose out this year. They have to. And the only game
they're not going to. I don't know why you're getting your hopes up.
The only game that gives me real concern is the Raiders game. They're going to lose this week to Minnesota. Minnesota's playing well. McCarthy looks much better. Their defense is terrific.
Dallas is sneaky, Dave.
They're going to lose to Dallas.
If Dallas has absolutely nothing to play for, who knows who plays that game? That's a sneaky one. Who knows who's actually playing in that game?
Big Joe Milton game.
Well, the Raiders next week too. Like Gino's actually going to play. Like they want him to play. So the Raiders are actually trying to win games, which I think is foolish given where they are in the pecking order right now.
Yeah, that's going to be some game, huh?
Oh. Aren't you lucky that you get to see that in
It's
person?
actually a huge game.
It is. It's a huge game. They both lose this week, and it's really set up to be the game for the number 1 overall pick.
Is that what the NFL is going to bill it as? Like, are they going to? They should flex it. The game for draft supremacy.
I haven't looked, but it's obviously in the 4:15 or 4
It
o'clock
is
window.
4:05. There's only I've done all. I am
What's
so
the other
buttoned
games?
up. There's only one other game in that window, and it's Philadelphia at Buffalo. That's it.
Oh, well, the
There's
entire
two
world
games
is
in
watching
the NFL at that
Philadelphia, Buffalo. The
All
only
right.
people watching the Giants and the Raiders is New York and Vegas.
So listen to this now. I'm going to be in St. Martin, finding a place to watch the Giants and the Raiders.
So this is the game that you went out of your way to make the phone call.
Yes.
And to make sure you could watch the Giant game.
I had my wife. My wife had to call the hotel, do all her due diligence, the whole thing.
And you would think it would probably be a pretty easy game to find, but now it's actually, you think about it, it's probably
I'll
it's
have
a
no
tough
problem.
game.
They have bars that like American bars that have like the full Sunday tickets. So I'll be fine with that. But I will be locked in a bar from morning till night watching football. Nothing more important than the 2-13 at that point Giants.
It's
and Raiders
possible,
going at it.
Dan. It's got to be possible out there that they only going to every single channel is going to show the Eagles and the Bills, right?
There'll be an international incident if that happens.
Dan,
Jordan,
that is a possibility, right? Come on,
I
you
told
know
him,
it.
Jordan, if you're going to St. Martin or if I'm going any place where I'm on a beach, technology being what it is, I got the iPad. I am laying on the beach, and I will watch the damn game on my iPad and get some sun.
Do whatever
and
you
enjoy
want.
myself.
I don't care. When you go on vacation,
I told you that. I
attack
told
it
him
however
that,
you
too.
want. I will be in a bar watching the game on a large television, focused only on. I won't even know I'm in St. Martin for those 3 hours.
Go to Coney Island. Same thing. You might as well.
I will be manning the show here for that week. I can't wait to call Dave the next day to find out and then get the full story about how he couldn't find the game.
I promise you I'm going to watch the game. All right, Joy, we got to let you go because we got Cimini. What's going to happen? Giants lose to the Vikings this week, I imagine?
Yes. Let's leave it at that.
Dave, you know what's great? They're 5-26, 6-29 if you want to go back even further to the end of 23. So 6-29 in a 35-game window, and we still ask legitimate questions. What are they going to do? Are they going to win or are they going to lose?
And when I told them I didn't like their chances one week, Dave jumped all over me.
But
Imagine that.
I didn't like
Imagine
your attitude.
that.
I didn't
Yes,
like
you
your
did.
attitude.
Yes, you did.
All right, listen. You're manning the show next week, right?
Yeah, I believe basically till the end of the year. You guys just throw in the towel a couple weeks early, and
Well, you know how we are. We barely work. Well, listen, do great. I won't be listening, but I know you're going to do a great job, and I will talk to you. And
that
happy
just
New Year.
comes off so callous.
What? I don't listen to the show when I'm not here. Rick will listen. Rick always listens.
Yeah, Rick's insane.
So he'll listen
Jordan,
to you and tell you how you
I'll
suck.
see you Tuesday morning, buddy.
Let's do it.
All right,
I look forward to it.
That's the
We're gonna
great
crush
Jordan
it.
Raanan. What do you think is worse, Dan? Not listening to the show like I do, or listening to the show and saying the show sucks like he does?
The latter.
You think that what he does is worse?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you know
mean,
at
if
what
you're on
point-
vacation, I always say if you're off, you should be off. Otherwise,
at
if you're
what point
listening to the show,
today-
you might as well do the show.
I got the text from Rick saying, "Boy, you guys suck."
Yeah.
6:08.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show sucks.
Or what's worse, he thinks the show sucks, but I don't even get lumped into the "you suck" text message.
Want a meat
stick?
No, he doesn't even care. Let's bring in someone we do care about, the great Rich Cimini, who's covering those Jets as well as anybody possibly could. Good morning, Rich. How are you?
Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Dan. Good seeing you guys. Man, I would never watch 3 hours of TV if I were in a tropical island. That would you are nuts.
Three hours. I'm gonna be there by noon, and I will leave that bar when the Eagles and the Bills are done at about 7:30.
You could be stumbling out of that bar.
No, I will be coherent. All I will have is iced tea. Maybe I'll go crazy and have a soda, and that's it. I will be dialed in on a football Sunday.
Wow, you
Dialed
are
in.
dead. You are over the top.
Over the
Rich,
top.
he doesn't understand he could lay on the beach and
I don't
actually
want
watch
to.
all these games like
I
right
do not
on his
want
chair.
to. How am I going to lay on
Yeah.
the beach and watch 9 games at one time? Can you explain that
Bring
to
your
me?
iPad. You got the Sunday ticket, don't you?
Yeah, of
don't they
course
have
I
like
the Sunday
4-box thing?
Listen, stay out of my business.
I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help your social life.
How much sun does the person need?
Lot of
Dermatologists
sun.
across the nation are saying, you know what, that's the right move. Go indoors
Vitamin D.
and get some. No, vitamin D, you know what. All right. Rich, hey-
That actually is a huge game, the Raider-Giant game for the Jets. I mean, that is a
true.
massive game for the – yeah, I mean, because the Jets want the Giants to get that first pick, because if the Raiders get it, you know, they need a quarterback, and the chances of them trading out of that spot, you know, are slimmer. So big game for the Jets next week, even though they won't be playing in it.
Steve Wilkes out. What's the I don't know, just the morale around this football team right now when you're with them? I mean, is it just depressive?
Well,
like we can't wait for the season to end?
I mean, it's not good. I mean, they're 3-11, so I mean, it's not good. I mean, look what happened the last 2 weeks. They got boat raced by the Jaguar. I mean, they scored in 8 of the first 9 possessions. I mean, that pretty much sealed Steve Wilkes' fate right there. You know, they made the change. You know, it's like wasn't even like raised it's just a blip on the screen. It seems like, you know, they fire the coordinator. And Chris Harris, we spoke to him yesterday. You know, was a good player in his day. You know, I asked him. I go, you had an interception in the Super Bowl. Do you think some of that karma could rub off on the Jets, and maybe they could end this interception drought? He kind of laughed at that, and we know 14 games without interception. The defense, look, Wilkes had to go. I mean, it was inevitable. I was a little surprised he did it this quickly before the season ended, but now I can see why he did it. At least it gives Harris a chance maybe to audition for the position, but I'm sure he'll be interviewing guys for that job once the season's over.
You know, the record is what it is, Rich, obviously, and, you know, for 2025, it leaves a lot to be desired, and they still have a long ways to go, but I don't know if you get the same read just from the guys that I talked to in that room. A lot of them are still believing what AG is speaking, and they still believe in this vision that Aaron Glenn is laying out there. So he hasn't lost the room by any stretch. At least that's as far as I've been able to gather.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sense I get. I mean, you're talking about a locker room now filled with younger players and guys who are on non-guaranteed contracts who are doing anything they can for NFL survival, so they're going to say stuff like that. But I do agree. I'm not trying to be skeptical there. I do agree. It seems like the team is still bought in. which is great and which is what I would expect a first-year coach to have in his locker room. But, this is going to be a hugely important offseason. They're just going to have to – there'll be like a 50% turnover on this roster. I mean, usually 25 to 30 is normal in the NFL. I could see a 50% turnover on this roster, and it's just they need so much. They need to change the vibe. I mean, they talk about culture. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it. I'm like, what culture have they built so far this year? I mean, the culture is in the standings, and right now they're at the bottom. And so they got a lot of work ahead of them this offseason.
I don't know if you saw what Mike Florio had to say. And he was not saying like, I heard this is going to happen. He was saying his opinion is he doesn't think that Aaron Glenn is definitively back next year, which Rick and I both thought was not really going to be accurate, but it's not like Florio's not dialed in. Would you, as we sit here with a couple weeks to go and firing the defensive coordinator and all that, would you be stunned if Aaron Glenn wasn't back next season?
I'd be more shocked by that than I was the Sauce Gardner trade, which is one of the most stunning things I've encountered covering the Jets. He's not going anywhere, guys. I mean, he's got $40 million left on his contract. It's one of the biggest contracts, in the league for a rookie coach this year, probably next to I'm drawing a blank. The Chicago.
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson, right, his cohort from Detroit. So, there's no chance of that. They basically cashed out on the season on November 4th when they traded Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner. He fired his defensive coordinator. He's playing an undrafted rookie right now at quarterback who obviously does not give them the best chance to win. It would be either Fields or Taylor, but he wants to evaluate this young kid, which I totally understand and I support. So he's not going anywhere. It would be one of the worst decisions that Woody Johnson's ever made, and he has made a lot of bad decisions, and I am in no way saying that Aaron Glenn did a good job this year, but when you walk into a situation like that's been a losing situation for 14 years, you got to give the guy more than 1 year to turn things around. So there is no way that Aaron Glenn is getting fired.
Yeah, 100%. Follow the money. It's as simple as that. Because like you said, then whoever let's say if they moved on from him after 1 year, you're going to hire somebody else who you're going to have to pay substantially. And chances are all these assistant coaches and so on and so forth. It's just, I don't know where that came from, but can't see it happening. One area of this defense in particular, Rich, you look at this now what Chris Harris has to have at his disposal. That's secondary. You talk about what it looked like week one to where it looks like now. You're going to have two relatively new guys starting this weekend, probably Jordan Clark and Dean Clark, who was a practice squad guy. So, it has really been kind of like a revolving door, especially, and opposing quarterbacks are kind of feasting away.
Absolutely. Both safeties, Cisco and Adams were supposed to be their safeties. They're both on IR. Sauce got traded. Michael Carter got traded. So then Brownlee comes in. He got hurt. So, yeah, you're talking third and fourth string type guys. Brandon Stevens deserves some sort of Purple Heart for making it through the year. He's actually had an okay year. But, yeah, last week they got annihilated by Trevor Lawrence. Came out throwing the ball, which I think caught the Jets by surprise. I think they thought he'd run the ball a lot with ETN. Play action is just this team's Achilles heel. They are 32nd in the league in passer rating against play action. That is the way to beat the Jets. Yeah, they just get sucked up to play the run. There's very little discipline. Guys get caught out of position and a lot of confusion, open receivers. Guys, unhappy with the way Wilkes was calling the defense, and so you saw it all play out live in living color last Sunday in Jacksonville.
You're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York. All right, Rich, before we let you go, did the Jets find a way to win down in the Big Easy this weekend?
No, I don't think that's going to happen. My answer is much like Jordan's answer on the Giants. The Saints got a little thing going now, and Tyler Shuck has been playing well. Now, I don't know if he's going to be their quote-unquote guy for the future, but he's played better. I know they got some injuries they're dealing with, but we know that's a tough place to play. It's very loud, and Brady Cook have some issues, and the Jets, as Dave alluded to, kind of a skeleton, on defense. And so, no, I don't see the Jets. They're really good on special teams.
Really good.
Maybe maybe Isaiah Williams can get that. It was kind of a bogus call last week, but maybe Isaiah Williams can get that third touchdown he's been looking for. But no, the Jets are not going to win again this year. They're going to finish 3-14, which would be, I think, the third worst record in franchise history.
Rich, real quick, I'm sure Aaron Glenn will probably be asked about this later this morning when he meets the media, but I mean, it's probably a very slim chance we're going to see Garrett Wilson again, final 2 games of the season at this point, right?
No, that ain't happening. Slim to none. Yeah, I mean, it's been 5 games that he's been out. What would be the purpose of him coming back at this point? He's one of your best players, a foundational player. You want to get him ready for OTAs and minicamp and stuff like that. And I'm sure if the team was in a situation where they were playing for something, it would be a different story. But the prudent move is to just sit him down and say, we'll get him next year, kid. And so, yeah, I would expect that to be the outcome.
Rich, you know me. We've known each other for a long time, and I think we have a really great relationship. The last thing I want to do is stir the pot. But I was told by Dan that you kind of big-timed him yesterday, and you didn't want any part of him when someone maybe better came along. Is there any accuracy to that at all?
I did. Was it AD? It was AD Mitchell, right, Dan?
It was Mitchell. Yeah.
Yeah. Dan and I were having a little chat in the locker room because it was basically mostly empty, as it usually is. So AD Mitchell came walking by, and he was one of the guys I had listed in my notebook that I said I want to talk to today. And so he went, and I said, I did say excuse me, though. Did I, Dan? Or did I just totally
Rich, you did. And Dave, how about this? I think Rich was just about to tell me that RJ was going to have another kid.
Yeah. Did you hear this,
Rich?
Rich? RJ's having another kid. Told everyone at a big show brunch the other morning. Talked to Dan yesterday. Didn't mention a word to Dan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Zilch.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, crap on the bottom of his shoes. That's what I am, Rich. I thought we were long-standing friends.
So you were about to say that when I ditched you for A.D. Mitchell. So
no, you were about to tell me.
Yeah,
because everybody
was going to tell him that big news.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I was gonna break the scoop there, but
Rich was going to tell
there,
me.
man. I thought AD might be the only guy I get to talk to yesterday in the locker room. The way things were going at that point. So you know how it goes in the locker room.
Just to let you know, Rich, Dan has real feelings.
I'm sorry. I did excuse myself, though. I was semi-polite there, and I needed to catch up with AD, and I'm glad I did. He was very, I love AD Mitchell. He's a really good guy.
He really is.
Very conversational. Had a good time talking to him, and so sorry, Dan. I owe you. I owe you.
Well, Rich is right about one thing. Like, the room was deserted yesterday, so when they run out on that field on Sunday, each one of those guys are probably going to have, like, bulging biceps because apparently the whole room was in the weight room lifting yesterday, and nobody was in the locker room.
Yeah, very few. The quarterbacks have been very scarce lately, except for Brady Cook. So, that's, that happens when losing seasons, man, guys just don't want to go in there and talk about anything, and it's unfortunate.
All right, well, Rich, listen, enjoy the trip. And maybe the Jets will find a way to win this game, although I agree with you. I find that highly unlikely. And we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Have a great holiday. Take care.
See you, Rich. That is, of course, the great Rich Cimini. And those were the Raanan and Cimini reports brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Raymond, what are you complaining about now? What's the matter with you?
Just the elite clock management by you today. Just around.
Why are you giving me a hard time?
No, because you were Don Larson the other day, right?
Right.
Today you're Hideki Arabu.
Well, what do you want me to do? Like, I was having a good chat. I thought it was an entertaining interview. How much time do you need for around the league?
You had to peel back the curtain on the old the animosity that Dan seems to have with everybody now, not just RJ, but with.
But I don't blame
Rich.
Dan. Dan's done nothing wrong here in this equation.
No, but you brought it to the forefront.
But what's the Don Larson, Hideki Arabu?
Oh, no, he was very proud of his clock management early in the week, compared himself to Don Larson pitching a perfect game.
You should have seen Dan. You want to break at 8:30? Break it at 8:30. Like, it was to a T. It was genius. Today, I don't listen, you're not going to be Don Larson every time you take the mound.
No, like I said, you're
but
Hideki
I'm surprised
Arabu
you
today.
went. I'm surprised you went baseball with a clock management analogy. Baseball, there's no clock.
No, he said he was throwing a perfect game. You should have
used Trevor Lawrence last Sunday in Jacksonville.
No wonder RJ didn't tell you. Forget it. Raymond?
That's good stuff there. Quality.
Great stuff. Raymond?
Yes.
I know you don't have a lot of time now, but how do you feel about taking us around the league?
We'll do our best.
All right.
It's time to go around the league.
All right, you saw it last night on Prime. Seahawks beat the Rams 38-37. They clinched a first playoff berth for them since 2022 and take a one-game lead over the Rams in the NFC West. And for top seed in the conference, they have a 49% chance to win the NFC West now. Seahawks trailed 30-14 in the fourth quarter. It's their first win in franchise history. Dave, you teased this. When trailing by 16 more in the fourth quarter, they were 0-155.
I thought I had seen 0-179.
I've got 0-155 here for ESPN. The Rams' chance to win the NFC West falls from 63% to 30%. They visit the Falcons and host the Cardinals to close the regular season. First team in NFL history to lose after recording 500 yards of offense and a +3 turnover margin. Teams were 93-0 entering last night.
So that was their last home game of the season, regular season home game. I'm correct, right? If they win out, they get the 1 seed. Doesn't matter what anybody else does.
I believe they hold the tiebreaker.
So they're at Carolina and at San Francisco. So they got to win both those games, and then
those
and then
are
it all
sneaky
goes through
games.
Yeah, those are big games for them.
Huge games.
Saturday football. The Eagles visit the Commies tomorrow. That's a Saturday 5 o'clock vehicle. Could clinch the NFC East with a win or a Cowboys loss. They would be the first repeat champion in the division in 20 years, snapping the longest streak without a repeat champion for any division across the 4 major sports in America. The Commies, seeking consecutive wins for the first time this season, have not had consecutive wins against the Eagles since 2020.
Well, like we know, Washington has shut down Jaden Daniels for the season. Mariota is competent, is capable though. So. But Philly needs this win, and I imagine Philly will get this win, and then that would be the end of the Cowboys.
Put us out of our misery, please.
Yep.
Nothing, Dan?
Is there going to be weather involved in either of these two games tomorrow? Like, because it's
Well,
Washington,
it's in Washington.
and Chicago, right?
It's Washington. I couldn't tell you. I don't have the weather report for either game. I can look those up for you, though. The other game you mentioned, yes, at Chicago. Packers at Bears. That's an 8:20 vehicle. Chicago favored by 1.5. Winner of this game will clinch a playoff berth with a Lions loss. Neither team can clinch the NFC North yet this week. This will be the third time in the Super Bowl era these teams are meeting, while both of them are 5+ games over 500. The other instance was Week 14 this year, and 2001, Week 13. Packers won both of those meetings. Packers are 4-0 against the NFC North this year after going 1-5 last season. Bears, as we know, they lead the NFL in takeaways and a +20 turnover margin. 10 turnovers committed by them. They're tied for the second fewest in the NFL with the Packers and Texans. Life begins without Michael Parsons for Green Bay this week. He has an NFL-high 64 pressures, 11 more than the next player, which is Aiden Hutchinson, and over twice as many as the next Packer. That's Rashawn Gary with 28. That's 35% of all Green Bay's pressure this year, by far the most by any player in the league.
He's been terrific this year. I think they're going to miss him massively. I think their defense is not great, and I think he's made them look much better than, in fact, they are. I'm really interested to see if Jordan Love and that offense can pick up the slack, because this is a massive game. And I thought they were, and I picked the game, I remember a couple of weeks ago, I thought that Green Bay was considerably better than Chicago. It didn't feel like that the first time around in Green Bay, and now we'll find out. But Love played well last time these two teams played, and he's going to have to continue to do that down the stretch of the season now.
And it's a big game for the Bears, too, right? Because, like, you look at Chicago, and a lot of people could throw shade on, well, you know, like, they're not exactly, you know, beating teams up. The schedule has been a little conducive for them, you know, like, where are their quality wins and so on and so forth. This would be a big one. I don't care Micah Parsons or no Micah Parsons. This is a big statement for them, because they haven't played well in the division
listen, either. You're the Bears. You win this game. You take a stranglehold on this division. This is a massive football game for both of these teams tomorrow.
Totally is.
The Beals, as we love to call them, they visit the Browns on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Buffalo's favored by 10 points. They can clinch a playoff berth with a win and either a Texans or Colts loss. That would be their 7th straight playoff appearance, breaking a tie with the 1988-93 Bills for the longest in franchise history. Browns have an 18.9% chance to have the number 1 pick per ESPN Analytics. That's third highest behind the Raiders, who have 40%, and the Titans at 19.2%. Would jump to 24% with a loss and fall to 0.4% with a win. For the Browns, what else we're looking out for? Myles Garrett up to 21.5 sacks this year, 1.5 shy of passing T.J. Watt and Michael Strahan for the most by any player in a single season. He's hit 8 straight games with at least one sack.
He's awesome. They're not. This game should not be all that competitive. Although Buffalo's weird, Dan, in the fact like they win these great games and then they lay an egg the next week. But if they don't win this game, I'd be really surprised.
Well, what did that win for them last week do for you? Did it change how you view them? Like, are you back all in on
I still
Buffalo
think
to
that
the
they
Super
are
Bowl?
the team that I would pick to come out of the AFC right now.
Well, this is the window, right? Because everything that's going on with Kansas City, with Baltimore, like you would think this is Josh Allen's time.
This is
to
it.
At least
This
get
is
there.
it. I guess the question is, do you think they can go into New England, which they just did, but in the postseason, and or Denver and win in those places? And if you think they can, then they're the favorite to come out of the AFC.
Chargers. Go ahead, Dan.
No, I think they could. So I think they're still probably the team to beat right now.
Chargers visit the Cowboys Sunday, 1 o'clock. Dallas is actually favored by 1.5. L.A. can clinch a playoff berth with a win and either a Texans or Colts loss. They were eliminated from the AFC West title contention with a loss. They are eliminated, rather, with a loss and a Broncos win. They last made consecutive playoff appearances from 2006 to 2009. Dallas, as I mentioned before, eliminated from playoff contention with either a loss or an Eagles win. Chargers have actually won their last three in Dallas, 2017, 2019, and 2001. Only the Cardinals and Broncos have longer active win streaks at Dallas with 4 straight. Dallas gives up 255 yards in the air per game. That's the worst in the league. But Justin Herbert has taken 49 sacks this season. That's tied for most in the league with Geno and Cam Ward.
And Geno hasn't even played it every game this season, which makes it even worse for him. Chargers are impressive because you think, they're so banged up, and how are they going to continue to win games? Yet somehow they do. And last week they were down 13-3 on the road against a desperate team in Kansas City. They come back all the way, win the game 16-13. They should move the football. They definitively should do that. And I don't know. I'm a little bit surprised that Dallas is favored in this game.
Yeah, I don't know why. Don't know
it
why.
Really is strange. I guess they feel like that West Coast team going to the East Coast, 1 o'clock or Easter, 1 o'clock kickoff, stuff like that. Maybe that binds. I think Harbaugh's done a great job with this team this year with all the injuries. The fact that they're sitting there with 10 wins. Now they got
lost both their tackles to the. And they
the offensive line is decimated.
Elite offensive linemen, and they've lost almost all of them this season.
Amari and Hampton has been hurt the entire season.
Yep.
And he despite the fact that he has Justin Herbert, he's a guy that obviously wants to run the football. That's what he believes in. Mm-hmm. And the fact they got double-digit wins, it's just tremendous coaching job. It really is.
I keep saying this because my running joke with Harbaugh is that I keep waiting for the game that he wins and he's celebrating and just hauls off and punches Justin Herbert in the face. I feel like it's going to happen.
You have a running joke with Jim Harbaugh?
No, I'm just saying I expect Jim Harbaugh at some point to just punch Justin Herbert in the face. He doesn't mean to hurt him, but he just can't help himself because he's always yelling or slapping him in the chest or whatever.
He's an excitable
fellow. Yeah. Chiefs visit the Titans. Kansas City favored by 3.5.
You don't need to give me anything.
They were eliminated, as we know. Titans, actually, this is an interesting stat. Titans are 4-2 versus the Chiefs since Andy Reid became head coach. They're only one of 4 teams with a winning record over Kansas City. Packers, Bills, and Colts.
Gives me zero juice. I don't care, and I don't have anything to say.
No, but there's care in that game because
Not for me.
You should care. There's a reason.
Well, that's what I mean. If Kansas City has post-Mahomes hangover and they're going on the road, is this an upset spot to where Tennessee gets win number 3?
Like I said,
I need the Giants to lose.
Titans are 19% to get the number 1 pick, Dave. So
yeah,
just
but that's
pointing it out.
That the Giants are going to win a game.
Again, the Giants play the Raiders.
I understand
play the
that.
Raiders.
Just lose that game, lose to the Cowboys, lose this week, and then let's get the number 1 pick.
Bengals at Dolphins. Cincinnati favored by 4.5. Both teams are eliminated from contention. 3rd straight season missing the playoffs for Cincinnati. Dolphins' 2nd straight season missing the playoffs after reaching in Mike McDaniel's first 2 seasons as head coach. Still have not won a playoff game since the 2000 wild card against the Colts. That's the longest active streak in the league. Tua was benched this week. He's thrown 15 interceptions this season. Quinn Ewers will get his first career start.
I'm surprised they went to yours. Wilson was. Did you see Wilson? He was surprised and confused at why they went to yours. I think that's also a statement on Zach Wilson. If they don't even want to see him down the stretch to see what he's capable of doing, I think it says a lot about him.
Don't we know?
Yeah, I know we know, but it's not a great sign for his future in the NFL either. This is a game that has very little juice. I'm interested to see how the Bengals bounce back off of what they did last week because he's not thrilled there, and to watch him play poor football, I don't know. It's just going to, feed the beast and feed the narrative of he's going to want his way out. So he goes out there, plays well, and I think it'll quiet that a little bit.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we know what the press conferences were like the last 2 weeks. Could you imagine if Cincinnati goes down there and loses to Quinn Ewers, what that press conference will be like? Like, he may go up there next week and just be like, get me out of here. Like, he may just come out and say, get me out of Cincinnati. Because he looks miserable. And by the way, I'm going to do this only because, we can snicker at it now. The cap hit for Tua each of the next 3 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
56.4 next year. 53.4 the year after that. 65.8 in 2020.
99.2
It was a terrible signing at the time. That's even worse now.
$99.2 million in dead money if they cut him.
That's a lot of dead money there, Bob.
Yes, sir.
He can't be their starting quarterback next season. There's just no way.
Oh, figure it out. Buccaneers at Panthers, 1 o'clock. Tampa Bay favored by 3. Both the Bucs and Panthers lost last week, sets up this pivotal battle. They are both 7-7. They will also face each other in Week 18 in Tampa. Bucs currently hold the tiebreaker based on best win percentage in common games.
I can't figure these teams out to save my life. I can't. I was sure Carolina was going to win last week after Tampa lost. They didn't. Tampa lost the Thursday night game where they should have won against Atlanta, who stinks. I have no idea. Tampa's given 3. I wouldn't touch this game with a 10-foot pole. I have no idea who wins. I'll watch it. It's a huge, impactful game, but I can't figure these teams out even a little bit, Dan.
And go figure the schedule makers. They're playing twice of the final 3 weeks of the season.
It stinks. They do it all the time, though. Washington and Philly twice in the final 3 weeks. It's terrible.
So this could be a situation where, because the division is so bad and nobody wants to win it, this could be your Sunday night Week 18, winner take all game. Basically, you're playing to be the NFC South champion. You're playing to get that Saturday late afternoon ABC wild card invitational
this
game.
is the winner of this division takes the cake for being worse than the Jaguars or the Texans in that Saturday 4:30 window.
They're getting the game. They are getting the game.
Yeah. Don't make any plans on that first Saturday if you're a Bucs or Panthers fan quite yet.
Lock it in. Speaking of 4 o'clock games, we'll move to the Sunday 4 o'clock games this week. By the way, Around the League is brought to you by Boost Mobile. Jaguars visit the Broncos. Denver is favored by 3. 12-2 is Denver. It's the best record in the NFL, 1 win shy of tying their second most wins in a season in franchise history. Could clinch the AFC West and the number 1 seed with a win, and a Chargers loss would be their first division title since 2015. They clinched the number 1 seed with a win and losses by the Chargers, Patriots, and Bills.
Wow. I can't believe we're at the point where Denver could clinch home field weeks before the end of the season, but I guess we are. And they've won, 11 consecutive games? Jaguars are playing really good football. This is a delightful matchup. I'm not a huge Bo Nix guy, but you can't deny that the kid is playing very, very well. They're well coached. Their defense is great, and they're on the verge of having the whole thing go through Denver. So I know we sit here and we say Buffalo is who we would pick, but you'd be hard-pressed to not take Denver to go to the Super Bowl at this point, being that it's probably going to run through Denver.
You know what's crazy, though? They're 11-2. They've won how many games in a row, whatever it is. Or are they 12, whatever they are. But they have 2 wins this year, Dave. Only 2 that are by more than 1 score. Like, they are eking by. But you know what? That was a formula the Chiefs rode all the way to the Super Bowl last year. How many 1-score wins did they have last season? So, you could go far, but you just wonder if you're not
kind
of
catch
really
up at some point?
Exactly. Now, to me, this game on Sunday, it's going to tell me more about the Jaguars than it's going to tell me about the Broncos. That's a big spot for Jacksonville.
Jags clinched, by the way, with a win and losses by either the Texans or Colts, would be their first playoff berth since 2022. Also seeking their 11th win, which would tie their third most in the season in franchise history. Dave, are you up for an impromptu stump Rothenberg?
Uh-oh. All right.
So Sean Payton earned the number 1 seed twice with the Saints, and he looks to become the 5th head coach to lead multiple franchises to the number 1 seed since seeding began in 1975. Any guesses on the other 4? They're all recent. You know them all.
I know them all. So you have a number 1 seed in each conference, huh?
How
about
multiple
Mike
franchises? Holmgren? Mike Holmgren is one. Another one you know very well.
Andy Reid.
That's another.
Yep. Who's been in both conferences?
Well, it's not both conferences, multiple franchises.
Oh, so you could be in the same conference?
Correct.
Parcells?
Nope. The Jets were not a number 1 seed.
No, they were the 2 seed in '98.
Gruden? No.
Not Gruden. This is near and dear to your heart. You should have this one.
Near and dear to my heart?
Yes.
Mike McCarthy?
No.
You guys weren't born.
No, he's not there yet.
Oh,
Coughlin?
Tom Coughlin.
Coughlin?
Yes, that's number 3. And the last one.
Wait a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Giants
The
were
Giants
number
were
1
never
seed?
a number one. Oh, they were.
They were a number 1 seed. They didn't win, but they were the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They lost to the Eagles. That was the Plexico year, right?
Yes, correct.
So the years they won, they only had 1 home game combined. But the year they lost, they were the 1 seed. That's right.
And one more.
Well, I don't know.
He's not a Super Bowl winner, but he is a multiple-time number 1 seed.
Number 1 seed multiple times. Marty Schottenheimer.
Marty Schottenheimer.
Oh!
Congratulations. You are good at this.
That was nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Falcons at Cardinals. Sunday, 4:05. Atlanta favored by 2.5. Both teams are eliminated. No reason to spend a lot on this one, right, Dave?
No. I mean, fantasy implications, sure, but no reason to spend a lot.
Bijan leads the league in scrimmage yards. That's
he's awesome. Brissett has shown that he's a capable NFL quarterback. Cardinals are better than their 3-11 record indicates, but no reason to spend a ton of time on this one.
Both teams could be looking at new coaches next year.
Very possible.
The Falcons have to have a new coach next season.
Yeah.
Jersey's own Raheem. Steelers visit the Lions Sunday, 4:25. Detroit is favored by 7. Steelers currently hold sole possession of first place in the AFC North with a 61% chance to win their division, can clinch their 22nd consecutive season with a 500 or better record, which would break a tie with the 65-85 Cowboys for the longest streak in NFL history. Mike Tomlin can clinch 19 seasons in a row with 500 or better, which would tie Bill Belichick for second longest by any coach behind Tom Landry. Lions enter with still a 36% chance to make the playoffs. Improves to 47% with a win.
Massive football game. Pittsburgh controls their own destiny to win the division. Detroit needs to win out. Detroit's schedule is very, very tough, by the way, down the stretch. Detroit should win this game. Pittsburgh doesn't need to win this game. Pittsburgh basically needs to win that Baltimore game is the most important game for them. But Detroit has to win this game. And I would be surprised if at home Detroit didn't win this game.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if the Steelers win it. And like you said, Detroit right now is on the outside looking in.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not to say that they've been a bad team. They've been wildly inconsistent, but there's a better than good chance they miss out on this party altogether, Dave.
Oh, absolutely. And so they have this game against Pittsburgh, which is not a cakewalk, at Minnesota. You might say, oh, come on, at Minnesota. They lost at home to Minnesota, and Minnesota's playing some pretty good football, and then they're at Chicago. So this is hardly an easy schedule down the stretch for Detroit.
They go through these lulls, like the game last week in the Rams, to where like it's almost like they just completely check out for maybe like 10 minutes of a football game, and during that 10 minutes, like they get boat raced.
Yeah, things fall apart. Yep. Go ahead, Ray.
Raiders visit Houston, 4:25. Houston is favored by 14.5. No shock there. 95% chance to make the playoffs. Win this week jumps to 97%. They had an 11% chance to make the playoffs after week 9. 1 game behind the Jaguars in the AFC South standings. 6 straight wins for Houston after starting 3-5, tied for the third longest streak in franchise history. Raiders, 75 total yards last week versus the Eagles, second fewest in the game in franchise history. Their fewest in a 2-game span is 195, so keep an eye on that. 40% chance, as I said earlier, to receive the number 1 pick. Chance increases to 48% with a loss, falls to 9% with a win. I know that's what Dave is rooting for. They enter on an 8-game losing streak and have been outscored by 121 during that span.
Oh, I don't care if they lose this week. I don't need.
You just want them to lose.
I just want them to lose to
win rather
next week. That's all I care about. You know what? You can bench guys and freshen them up for the game next week against the Giants for all I care. No, Texans should win this game. They should win this game easily. It's the biggest number of the week. I will say this, Dan. Houston's a team that really interests me as far as what can they do in the postseason, because I think their game travels well. Right? They're a terrific defensive team. Collins has kind of found his form again. C.J. Stroud is back to healthy. I think they're very well coached. I'm very intrigued by this Houston team.
And you know, again, it's another lesson that you got to let the season play out because, 4 or 5 weeks into this thing, I was ready to write them off and throw dirt on them.
I think everybody was.
the quarterback situation, and then he goes down, and then, if they go ahead and win this division or, whatever, win a playoff game, they're going to thank Davis Mills because he won 3 games for them while C.J. Stroud was out. And like you said, that defense is freaking absolutely legit, and I give DeMeco Ryans a lot of credit. He's had a real good season keeping this team together.
A little Sunday night football action for you. Patriots visit the Ravens. Baltimore is favored by 3. Patriots can clinch a playoff spot with a win. Their last playoff appearance in 2021 when they lost the wild card. That 3-season drought is the longest by the Patriots since they missed 7 straight from 87 to 93. 3-0 in primetime games this season. Last won 4 primetime games in a year in 2018. Ravens still have a 38% chance to make the playoffs, rise to 48% with a win, drops to 24% with a loss. They've lost their last 2 home games and are 3-5 at home this season. A 6th loss would break a tie for the most in a season in franchise history.
The Ravens are not very good. I know they won last week, but it's not. It doesn't look like Baltimore Ravens football. I still don't think Lamar is healthy. I don't think they have the offensive firepower that they need, and defensively they're better, but still not good. That being said, I'm very intrigued to see how New England bounces back because they had a game that, their own announcers like, oh, it's over and Buffalo's dead. Buffalo storms back. They win the game. New England has to be heartbroken. They still control their own destiny to win this division. So I'm very intrigued to see how they bounce back in this nationally televised Sunday game.
Yeah, because it's one thing to lose games, but the way they lost that game, that was, you want to call it a choke job, whatever it is. You got a lead of that significance in the second half of the game at home that you're totally in control over, like against a team you're fighting for division supremacy. This is a huge bounce back spot. Let's see what Vrabel does with his guys this week. What you said about Baltimore, I agree with you. I always thought, hey, Baltimore's going to get healthy. They're going to get this thing together. It's just not their year. It's not. Lamar's not 100%. He won't be 100%. You can't convince me. Jets were there a few weeks ago. And, in a normal year, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, those guys are going to run wild on everybody. Jets held them to under 100 yards rushing that day, Dave. They're not running.
Jets defense actually played really well in that game.
They did. But Baltimore's just not Baltimore this year.
No, this is a shell of what Baltimore typically looks like. Go ahead, Ray.
And Monday Night Football, the 49ers visit the Colts. That's at 8:15 on the ABC and ESPN. San Fran favored by 6. Enter Week 16 holding the 6th seed with their 10-4 record, still trying to keep pace with the Seahawks after beating the Rams last night. They can clinch their 5th straight playoff appearance under Kyle Shanahan with a win or a Lions loss. 4 straight wins by 10-plus points, tied for the second longest streak with Kyle Shanahan as head coach. The Colts have lost 4 in a row after starting 8-2, now hold a 12% chance to make the playoffs. They had a 96% chance through Week 10. Since the playoffs expanded to 12 teams in 1990, only 2 teams started 8-2 or better through 10 games and missed the playoffs. That was the 93 Dolphins and the 95 Raiders. Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor, they rank 1st and 2nd among active players in career scrimmage yards per game.
The Niners are really a phenomenon. To be sitting here at 10-4 with the amount of injuries that they suffered, it's just a testament to
defense decimated.
What a great coach he is. McCaffrey, Pearsall gets hurt again, and he's good, but he's constantly injured. Purdy looks like he's kind of refound that form, and I know the game's in Indy, but I would be stunned if San Fran wasn't able to get by Phillip Rivers and win that game.
Go Niners, go. Go Niners, go.
Yeah,
that's you watch that game. Yeah, and that's why. Like, if Rich talked about November 4th or whatever day it was when they made that trade. Remember, at that time, people were ready to anoint the Colts as the team to beat. They're going.
I had
Super
to sit
Bowl.
here on this show and take slings and arrows from the guys telling me Daniel Jones was going to win MVP this year.
Right, Daniel Jones.
That
MVP.
was never a real thing. That was just tongue in cheek, Dave.
Jonathan Taylor, right there, best team, best offense, all these things. If you could have scripted how their season would have fallen off the rails, even I don't think Darren Muji had a crystal ball when he made that trade, but my gosh, that's going to be a minimum a top 15 pick and maybe better for the Jets. It's incredible because I don't think they're winning another game.
And as RJ would say, that's the league, and we've gone around it. And that's brought to you by Boost Mobile. Don't overpay. Get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month. Forever. For life. For real. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds.
What a job by you. All right, you know where we are now, Dan. It's time to do a... Frenzy. It's time for the football frenzy. So, people, here's how it's going to work. You're going to call the phones, 800-919-3776, and ask your question via the phone. On Twitter, at Rothenberg ESPN. On the YouTube chat as well. Raymond, he monitors that with a fine-tooth comb. So here's what we do. Let's go. We'll break. We'll come back. We'll go full force frenzy. 800-919-3776. Rapid fire. Any NFL question you have, we answer right here, ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads. Weather is not good today. It is pouring. And here she is. It's Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dan. Breaking news, jazz hands. Lots of accidents because of the rain and wind. Be careful this morning traveling. Lots of downed trees reported as well. Watch for slowdowns as you head over to the Cross Bronx West at the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. It's a collision. Cross Island South at Jamaica Ave, a crash. Southern State East at Central Ave into Elmont, a crash there. 287 northbound moving slowly by exit 58 getting up through Oakland with an accident sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, we're celebrating this holiday season with our $155,000 Slay the Road drawing, including your chance to win a new Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash. Earn entries all month long, then be here on January 1st between 12 and 3 p.m. when one winner will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. At 4 p.m., one lucky winner will win a Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Looking for a fantastic holiday deal? Stop by Boost Mobile tomorrow, Saturday, December 20th from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at 1618 Westchester Avenue in the Bronx for their special holiday event. Free gifts to the first 50 kids and free photos with Santa. Bring the whole family, and while you're there, check out their amazing deal. Unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month. Forever. As in for life. Make the move and watch your savings stack up. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigs, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Unlimited plan.
There are small risks in life, like giving a kid a football to play with in the house.
Whoa, watch out for the... Okay.
And then there are big gambles, like giving a kid a lottery ticket. Never gift a lottery ticket to a person under 18. Learn more about how to gift responsibly during the holidays at playresponsiblyny.com. Please gift responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Boxing is back at Madison Square Garden on Saturday, January 31st for the Ring 6. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Power meets precision on boxing's biggest stage. This is one fight you won't want to miss. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and watch every round live exclusively on DAZN.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S077553, MSRP $30,920. Zero security deposit. Ends 1/2/26.
This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour Apple 5-Hour Energy Shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With zero sugar and as much caffeine as a 12-ounce premium cup of coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keeps your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at Sour Apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN. 1 free year of Perplexity Pro and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
It's time for a frenzy. A football frenzy.
You could say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough. It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
A football frenzy. Any team, any player, any question.
All right. I think people should know the way this is run at this point. But if you don't, it's simple. We get to your call, your tweet on YouTube, and we just get right to it, and we answer it, we move on. That's it. There's no... If it's on the phone, the whole salutation thing. Oh, I love Grouse being here. It's such an entertaining show. How did RJ? No, just get right to your question. That's it. That's understood, right, Dan? I don't need to explain more than that, right?
It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a frenzy.
All right, then let's go. Football. Sean in the truck. Sean, lead us off. You're on the frenzy.
Who's your candidate for Coach of the Year?
I got a lot of guys. I got Ben Johnson up there. I got Sean Payton up there. I got Mike Vrabel up there. I got Kyle Shanahan up there. Am I missing anybody?
D'Amico Ryans.
D'Amico Ryans would have to be up there. Yeah.
I mean, to a lesser extent, they've kind of cooled off last couple of weeks, but I would have thrown, a few weeks ago, Dave Canales probably.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll get it just because especially if they don't get in. How about Liam Cohen?
Oh,
He's got to be up there. Right? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of coaches that have had, now granted, we don't have them here in New York, but a lot of coaches have had really, really good seasons. Especially imagine Jacksonville continues to win. Like if Jacksonville wins on Sunday in Denver, that would be a massive statement for the Jags.
Huge. Absolutely huge.
Steve in Albany. Steve, you're on the frenzy.
Their poor performance. Does Joe Burrow pull an Andrew Luck and retire early?
I don't think so.
It's a lot of money to leave on the table.
It's a lot of money to leave on the table, and I don't think he'll do that. I mean, he's given us no signs that he doesn't want to play football. I think he loves football. I think Luck had a lot of other things that interested him. I mean, how many guys can you think of that in the prime of their career packed it up and were done? Barry Sanders, Jim Brown, Calvin Johnson, Andrew Luck. There's not a lot more than that, right?
Patrick Willis kind of hang it up. I know he was banged up, but he... another guy, but he was in. Luke Kuechly retired very young because of the concussions.
Right. But he had real physical ailments.
Right.
Right? And concussion stuff is no joke. So I don't know. I would be very surprised. Very, very surprised. Serge Vival on the Twitter wants to know, did Sam Darnold get the monkey off the back by winning last night's game against the Rams? I would say no. Because I didn't think he looked great. And I think he needs more, especially if there's more pressure on them. In the postseason, they're home, 1 seed. You can't go out like a lamb. No, you have to continue to produce.
He hasn't won a playoff game yet. Simple as that. That's what we were told that's what guys are remembered on. Whether it's guys here or anywhere else, you got to win in the playoffs, right?
You would think. Let's go to Stephen Harrison. Steve, you're on the frenzy.
Hey, how you doing?
And that's the end of Steve. Yep. Thanks for that. Let's go to. It's the one rule. It's the one rule. Mike in Rockland. Mike, frenzy, go.
One of the 3 players, fantasy. Michael Pittman Jr., Aaron Jones Sr., Brian Thomas Jr.
He likes guys that have the junior, senior after their name. It can't be Pittman.
Can't be Pittman. Can't be. I wouldn't go Brian Thomas because you're playing against that Denver defense out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked great last week, but like I said, that makeshift Jets secondary will do that to a lot of guys. Who was the second one?
I don't know that I feel great about suggesting to anybody that you go with Aaron Jones.
Oh, Aaron Jones?
Yeah. Aaron Jones Sr., yeah. But I don't know what choice you might have then.
I think you go with the...
I think I would go with Brian Thomas.
Really?
You can't go Pittman.
But Aaron Jones?
I wouldn't go, I don't trust Aaron Jones. I think Mason's the better running back anyway. My suggestion would be go with Brian Thomas, but I've been wrong many times, and I could be wrong yet again. Chris in Jersey. Chris, you're on the frenzy.
Who will be the Jets' Week 1 starting quarterback next season?
I mean, I to say I have no idea would be an understatement. I have no idea, Dan.
He's not in the building right now, I can tell you that.
Right. So so if he's in the NFL, who is he in the NFL? Exactly. Jacoby Brissett?
I was just going to say, he's the guy that, like, this year, what he's doing out there, like, I could be wrong, but I thought I saw, like, he leads, since he took over as the starting quarterback, whatever week that was, he's number 1 in the NFL in yards per game.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, a couple things. A, he's been good. And 2, they ask him to throw like 50 times a game. I like Brissett. I've always liked Brissett. But this is what, year 1 or 2 of his deal in Arizona? Because I think he signed a 2-year deal.
He was in New England last year.
Yeah, so then unless you trade for him, they're not going to give him to you. You know, same with Mac Jones. They're not just going to give him to you.
He is, like, Jacoby Brissett is establishing himself as, like, the perfect kind of, like, bridge, hold the fort guy.
Perfect.
You know, because unfortunately, you can't rely on somebody like Tyrod Taylor because he's
too hurt, and now
available.
He's a year older.
Right.
So you can't do that.
Jacoby Brissett would be a perfect guy. You draft somebody, and then you go into next season with those two, and then you could start the veteran if you want to bring the rookie along slowly.
Right. But do you agree with me that you have to draft the quarterback, though?
I don't think there's a crime to drafting a quarterback every single year. I don't care what round it is. You should always draft a quarterback. Because then if you develop a diamond in the rough who's like a 5th-round pick and he wows in preseason and you have no use for him, you could trade him to some other team and get draft capital or something for him because everybody is desperate for a quarterback.
Yeah, that was Ron Wolf's
That's
belief,
it.
right? You take
100%.
your quarterback every year until you get the quarterback. Let's go, Ray, whenever you have anything on YouTube, let me know.
I can give you one.
No, I don't want to push you.
No, okay.
Let's go to Francis in Long Island. Francis, you're on the Frenzy.
Sauce Gardner, do you think he's happier in Indy, or would he be wishing to be in the Jets next season going forward?
It's not a bad question. He's probably happier in Indy.
We haven't seen Sauce Gardner in Indy. What did he play? 1 game or 1+ games before he got hurt?
He hasn't played since. They're going to wind up 8-9. That's going to be a top 15 pick for the Jets. That's going to wind up being an unbelievable trade for them.
I mean, I can tell you he didn't want to leave. I know he was extremely happy here. I mean, he thought he was going to be like a career Jet, or at least like his, productive years.
Yeah, but it was a smart play by Muji.
Very smart. Like I said, it's odd. As Rich said, you don't sign a guy to an extension, then trade him, 2 months later.
Well,
but
sometimes you have to adjust your plan. And you look at defense stinks with him. You can stink without him, and you get 2 1s. I'll do that.
It's incredible.
I think it's what they call a shrewd move.
Nobody could have foreseen it working out this well.
Ray, what do you got now?
Multiple people have asked this question, so I don't want to take away, but Andrew Caputo asks, Niners or Seattle, who's coming out on top in the NFC West?
Well,
who has a greater
why wouldn't
chance?
you include the Rams in that?
Well, he's purposely excluding the Rams after last night. I'm guessing because he expects the 49ers to win, and they therefore would have, the kept pace.
I'll say Seattle. I don't ultimately trust Seattle that much, but they go to Carolina and San Francisco. And this is not a typical San Francisco team. I will say Seattle wins that division.
Yeah. Because you got Chicago going out there to play the 49ers. I think it's next week. And, we know Chicago can run the ball down your throat. So San Francisco, see, the problem with San Francisco is, and we said Salah's done a good job, the defense is still without their 2 best players, and they're not getting those guys back.
San Francisco's defense is not good. They're so well coached that they're able to get by, but that's not good. And when you play a legitimate offensive team, I will say, we'll see. I mean, if they can somehow win this division, it will be miraculous.
Isn't it nice, though, that like in a quote-unquote down year for your program, you could still win double digits?
Can you believe that? All right, Ray, you got another one?
Eric Mastro Giovanni asks, is Joe Burrow's career outcome more likely to be like Dan Marino, John Elway, or Matt Stafford? And I guess this means in terms of winning a championship.
Yeah, like Stafford gets traded to a more functional team and then wins there.
Or Elway stood there and won, or Marino stood and won nothing.
Oh, boy.
You know what? Call me desperate. I'm kind of believing and reading between the lines with all this stuff. And even before you had this behavior by Burrow, like I could have easily foresee a scenario where he is an ex-Bengal sometime in the next couple of years.
And listen, half the league is going to be knocking down their door.
Oh, God. If
wears
more.
on you.
I'm going to say Stafford. I'm going to say it's Mo Stafford because the other two guys stayed. One won, one didn't win. I say he leaves and wins would be my guess. So I guess we're on the same page there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that's it. That's the end of the frenzy. And that was nice. If you're on the line, because the phone line's all lit up still for the frenzy. If you're on the line, don't go anywhere. We'll get to your questions. Just we won't rush you, and that's nice as well. 1-800-919-3776. And I heard a piece of news, which is so uplifting and gives me such joy. And you look quizzical. Like, what could he be talking about? Oh,
if you're going to tell me RJ's having a third kid and I don't know about it,
listen, that would be impressive.
RJ is having twins, and he didn't tell you about either. No, it is uplifting, it is exciting, and it is about one of our own. And I'll tell you that next, right here on ESPN New York.
Hi, it's Chuck Devine with snowcountry.com. Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. We've had an incredible run in December, got so many trails open thanks to all the snowmaking and the fresh snow, too. Bit of a rough wet day weather-wise for Friday with some strong winds in the mountains, too. Then temperatures turn sharply colder. Groomers get out there with their power tillers, churn up that snow to make it smooth and loose, and we'll be back to snowmaking from the weekend right through the Christmas holiday. That means ski areas should have as much terrain as they have now, and they may add to it before Christmas, too. Freshly sharpened ski edges are a good idea, especially for Saturday, as ski surfaces will be hard and fast. Snow surfaces improve with each passing day as we work our way toward Christmas with ski areas on the majority of their well-covered snowmaking trails.
You don't just ski or ride, you dominate. At Killington, we fuel your adventure. Be the beast. Ski and ride Killington.
The Winter Savings Event is right now at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5. Select for as low as $229 per month and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select model. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
Blue Shirts fans, it's time for Rangers hockey, and the action starts on Saturday at Blue Haven South with Team ESPN New York and Ultra. Whether you need a pregame spot or you're looking for the right Rangers bar to watch the game versus the Flyers, Blue Haven South is your destination. The party tips off at 12 p.m., and ESPN will be giving away plenty of ESPN prizes. Join fellow Rangers fans on Saturday at 121 Fulton Street and enjoy Ultra Draft and bottle specials all day long. It all happens at Blue Haven South.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
You do realize that in the future when we have Tannenbaum on, we have to play this, Ray.
I don't see how you don't.
Yeah. I can't believe that's not his intro music all the time when he's a guest on every show.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't we used to do that at NFL radio? I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't know the answer to that.
Was that
Dan? I think you would remember that, right?
Is that an Andrea Bocelli vehicle?
No, that's Andrea Bocelli.
Oh my God, that's great.
I believe Mr. Bocelli was playing at the Garden this past week.
He was in town.
Yeah,
that's correct.
And there's Offspring Bocelli, which is like taking up the family business.
Oh, really?
When
he
you
sings
said
with his
Offspring
son
Bocelli,
now.
I thought you were talking about the rock group.
Did he tell
no
a group called Offspring Bocelli?
Let me tell you.
Are you familiar
How good of a
with
name
the
would that
Offspring?
be? Who are you
Coming
going to
to
see
the
tonight?
stage.
The Offspring Bocellis.
Offspring Bocelli.
Oh, that'd be so good. Who are you going to see? The Offspring Bocellis. I hear they rock it out.
I'll tell you. You know what? That would sell. Would sell.
Sound like a metal band, actually. It'd be great.
Do you think if Andrea Bocelli were to be on the verge of having a child that he would get in touch with you and tell you, or no?
Yes, and you know what? Which makes RJ's predicament even worse. And obviously, Andrea Bocelli has a hard time texting.
I knew you were going there. I knew you would do this.
Why?
Well, he would voice.
Why can't he voice text?
I was
Yeah,
going.
What's the matter with you?
I was.
By the way,
I was literally going to say, watch
do you
your step
believe?
here.
Do you
Watch your
believe
step.
because you're in for Rick, you need to act as asinine as
Let me
Rick?
ask you, but can I ask you a question, though? All right.
Go
What
ahead.
news am I breaking here? What
No,
news
you're
am I
not breaking news.
You're not breaking news,
And listen, you didn't break news with the other thing that you said, which we're not going to repeat. It's still
I'm stating facts.
still
That's
out
all
But
I'm
it's
doing.
highly inappropriate.
It's not that it's inappropriate. Okay, so if something is said on the news, it's inappropriate. They're stating facts.
Are
They're
we
presenting
a
information.
news gathering outlet here?
Yeah, it's all about your tone.
Well, isn't N news in ESPN? Doesn't
It's your
N
delivery,
stand for news?
your tone. It's all wrong. You can't say it like that.
No, maybe it
N
doesn't.
stands for network.
Network. Yeah, you're right.
Entertainment and Sports Programming Network.
But I didn't think
It doesn't
presenting
stand for
news is that
news?
bad. I don't think it's that bad.
Well, you wouldn't.
And by the way, I have issues with the voice text thing. I'm not a fan of it.
What, a sent with Siri kind of a thing?
Yeah, I don't like it because then you got to sit like I feel like if I'm sitting there at a red light and I'm like voice texting, I'm saying like this road is closed due to construction, period. And then I make sure that the period goes. Then I have to sit there and start again. It's just I don't feel good about myself while I'm voice texting. So I tend not to do it.
If you're sitting at a red light, and this might be frowned upon by many, you're sitting at a red light and you're stopped. Why can't you just send a regular text quickly?
Because you don't know how long the red light's going to be, first of all.
Well, how long is the text going to take?
It depends on the text.
Yeah, I guess
Again,
that's
I've pointed this out before. People are watching full-out video at the red lights now.
Yeah,
So you know
I
what?
saw a guy watching
you know
a TV show at a red light the other day.
Yeah, see, you can't do that.
No, obviously.
You can't do it, and yet people are doing it.
Yeah.
All the time. I saw it yesterday. For crying out loud, I saw it yesterday.
You saw somebody watching a television show?
They were watching video on their phone, and the phone wasn't even like at a good level. It was like down like their transmission. It was like in the middle. They were looking down and watching video at the traffic light.
How about the people that wear ear pods while they're driving?
That's very dangerous, and you can't hear anything going on the roads.
Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, here's the news. And Raymond, I told you the news. You knew the news. You might have told me. You believe I can share this news, right?
I think we're okay.
Okay. So, Dan, my friend, it's actually about you. I've been told by a little birdie that there's
Not RJ.
Very good
Not
chance.
RJ.
Very good chance that you're going to be calling the Jets and Saints this Sunday down in New Orleans.
Well, very good chance I'll be in the building. Let's put it that way.
Well, you will be in the building.
I will be in the building. I'll be at the game live and in living color. So the plan is as follows.
So Bob is what? He's doing a collegiate football playoff game tomorrow night.
Bob is doing the Oregon James Madison 22-point spread game on Saturday night.
So walk me through this.
Yeah.
That game is 8:30 Eastern, correct?
I think it's 7:30 if I'm not mistaken.
Fine.
Okay. So here's the plan.
How in the world could he physically make it to New Orleans by noon the next day?
I will tell you.
Okay.
So apparently he's got a red eye right after the game. He's driving, I want to say maybe to Portland from Eugene, Oregon.
I believe Portland from Eugene is about 2 hours, by the way.
Okay. Do you know that to be true? Because I haven't looked at that.
We actually looked it up the other day.
Okay. So he's driving that. Then he's on the plane. He's supposed to transfer in Houston.
There's no chance he's going to make this. Continue.
Okay. So then, if everything lines up, Houston to New Orleans, he is slated to land in New Orleans, local time, 8 a.m. on Sunday morning.
That would be miraculous.
4 hours before kickoff.
Miraculous. So scheduled to land at 8. Now, that doesn't take weather into account. That doesn't take missed flight. It doesn't take delay. Doesn't take getting, what happens if this Oregon-James Madison game is an epic and ends at midnight? We've seen crazy long football games. I mean, we have no idea.
There could be anything. I mean, there could be mechanical failure, like the scoreboard goes out, the lights go out, it delays the whatever.
And then he's got 2 flights. He's got to go Portland to Houston, Houston to New Orleans.
So anyway, like I said, so we put the plan in place. The Jets put the plan in place to where, okay, I'm the backup guy. So it's not a home game, so I have to actually be in the building. So that's why going down with the team tomorrow, I'll be in the building. So I won't be on pre-post game this week. And if Bob does make it, then I won't call the game. Instead, I will do sideline hits during the
reporting.
Game. Sideline reporting, and I'll do.
Can I ask you a question? Can I get
sir.
an honest answer from you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you very hopeful that Bob does not make it on time, that you get to call the game?
I'm indifferent.
You're indifferent.
Yeah.
So whatever happens, happens. But here's the weird thing for you. You have to prepare to call the game.
Correct.
Like you have to study everything. You have to study numbers and stats and previous games. And
I've got all the stuff, because I've known about it for a while. So
right, but you have to be.
We're not waiting
until
the night before the exam to cram.
But then you might not even have to take the exam.
Here's the right. Well, yeah. Here's the awkward part, and this is what you probably don't want to have happen. Let's say game starts. Mm-hmm. No Bob. I'm in the groove. I'm doing my thing. First quarter. Let's say Brady's cooking. Brady's got maybe 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. It's going to be a big day, right?
Then Bob
Booth
walks
to the
in.
door, barges open.
Bob,
second quarter.
Now,
what do you do?
Bob says he taps you on the shoulder, like he's a manager in baseball, and he says, "All right, we got the righty coming in. Get out of here."
Instead, the manager comes out for the pitching change, and he puts out his hand and takes the baseball. Bob wants the headset.
Yeah.
Bob! And then what do I do?
I think maybe you don't give it to him. By the way, ESPN is your home for all of the college football playoff this weekend. Tonight, Bama, Oklahoma. They play on ESPN and ABC, along with 1050 ESPN and on the ESPN New York app. Then tomorrow, Miami plays Texas A&M at noon on ESPN and ABC, along with 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app, followed by Ole Miss and Tulane, along with Oregon and James Madison at night, the aforementioned game. Both of those games can be heard on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app. Week 16 of the NFL, and the Knicks pulling out a win that they probably shouldn't have gotten. All that and more. Big 9 o'clock hour. D&R with you, ESPN New York.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Looking for a fantastic holiday deal? Stop by Boost Mobile tomorrow, Saturday, December 20th from 2 to 6 p.m. at 14802 Jamaica Avenue in Jamaica for their special holiday event. Free gifts to the first 50 kids and free photos with Santa. Bring the whole family, and while you're there, check out their amazing deal. Unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month. Forever, as in for life. Make the move and watch your savings stack up. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigs, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Unlimited plan.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hey, it's Michael K. talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, save on all holiday gifts for everyone on your list. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you could trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Are you finally at the point where Joe Shane cannot return as GM of this team?
You know, I haven't spoken directly to ownership about this, but I've heard from people who are close to ownership, and they've flipped from when Brian Dable was fired to Joe Shane. He's in serious jeopardy.
Would you be stunned if Aaron Glenn wasn't back next season?
I'd be more shocked by that than I was the Sauce Gardner trade. He's not going anywhere, guys.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, big 9 o'clock hour. A lot to do. We'll make our picks. I lost last night by half a point. Took Seattle minus 1.5. Seattle wins by 1. So I start out the week 0-1. I'm in the rear anyway. So it's not looking good for me. I could probably lose a third consecutive year. You know why, Dan? I'm a loser when it comes to making football picks.
It's a good thing I didn't get in on this then, or else, because I'm not having a great year either.
Really? You can't be worse than me.
I think it's bad. It's almost like for the entire season I've gone 1-2 like every week.
Oh, that's not good. That might be
no,
right there.
That's not good.
Right there with what I've done. So last night Seattle wins. By the way, Grassi in for Rick, as he has been all morning. So last night, that's a great football game. It really was. It had everything you could hope for. It didn't have a lot of defense, but it had a ton of offense. It had guys making big mistakes. It had guys making great plays. It had things that you've really never seen before. And in the end, it's the first time you said, right, that a team scored a touchdown and lost an overtime game. So it had everything. And it had, I like the call to go for 2 at the end of that game because you had to. Because the odds of you getting a 2 are what, like 40%, something like that? 50% maybe? The odds of you kicking the extra point, stopping the Rams from scoring anything, getting the football back and scoring on your own are very slim. So I think it was the right move, and it worked out for Seattle last night.
I forgot to say what happened last night.
What happened?
In my house, while this was all coming to a crescendo at the end of that football game.
Okay.
So we finished the Rangers, and I guess, I don't know, overtime is happening, something like that. And it's a Prime vehicle, so you got to stream that bad boy.
Right.
Had the game on the iPad. iPad down with battery. Because, it's been going for like 4 or 5 hours or whatever.
Why do you plug it in?
Well, because it was too far from the wall. So I put the computer on. Put the game on the computer. Watching overtime on the computer because I forgot what was on TV. Seattle scores a touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba from Sam Darnold. What are they going to do? They're going to go for the extra
telling
point?
me that at 40-39, you could argue the biggest singular play of the entire season, iPad died.
Internet died. Lost the internet. I'm freaking out. I'm like, what the hell is happening? I'm going all around. This doesn't work. That doesn't work. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I said, and that is the problem why I'm not a fan of these games on streaming. You know what I mean? Because I still pay for the DirecTV and all that stuff. But if I had any, I could have just watched it on TV. So went and got my phone. I couldn't even call the damn thing up there. Had to find out on Twitter.
So you didn't watch the play?
Twitter.
Oh,
what
God.
happened? How about that?
Oh, my God.
And then I see all these things. Seahawks win. Seahawks win. I'm like, they went for 2.
This is my actual nightmare in life, is that I'm in the midst of watching a game like that, and then all of a sudden something happens. That is my nightmare.
Nightmare lived.
Oh, my God.
That's why I'm an anti-streaming guy.
Yeah, I wish you hadn't told me that, actually.
No, I think it's an important cautionary
tale.
I
wish you hadn't told me, because now this is gonna consume me, and I'm always gonna have that in the back of my mind that at any point I could just lose. You're so reliant on internet.
Well, that's what I mean. And so I wasn't prepared at that very moment with the game on the line to be able to grab something else.
Well, of course. Well, why would you be?
I'm troubleshooting. I'm trying to. This can't be. The internet was working fine. This can't be happening.
That's terrible.
It happened.
That's absolutely terrible. All right, so the game was great. Seattle takes a stranglehold on this 1 seed, at least for the moment. And then last night, a little earlier in the evening, you had, we talked about how annoyed we are at the way this has gone down in the NBA, but we haven't talked about the greatness of Jalen Brunson. My God, has there ever been a better free agent signing in sports history than Jalen Brunson to the Knicks?
Maybe not in New York history.
My God, this guy is unbelievable.
I saw, what he said after the game with his on-court interview, and first thing out of his mouth was, I was, crap tonight. He didn't think he played very well, and yet he still went out there, game on the line, and hit the dagger. Incredible. And that's what the great ones do. They can shake off a bad performance because and you know what? You don't even lose an ounce of confidence in giving them the ball with the game on the line, because you know what? The great ones rise to the occasion, and he did.
And it was not an easy shot.
No.
It was defended well. It's kind of a step-back 3. If you're Indiana, the only thing you can't have happen in that moment is to give up a 3. But I don't think – well, let's take a listen. Here is Brunson. You said what he said after the game. Let's hear from the horse's mouth. Here is Brunson kind of thanking the Lord for Tyler Kolek here.
And I was garbage to start the game, and then my stint in the second half was garbage as well. I want to thank the Lord for Tyler Kolek for playing the way he's playing and saving me. And we found a way to win this one.
Don't we talk about that all the time? That's what the great teams do. The great teams find ways to win games they probably don't deserve to win.
Yeah, and look, Indiana's garbage. We know that, but
I'm
still
not debating that at all.
No, but we would have looked at it. Think about it. Even though the Knicks, quote unquote, mailed it in and rested a bunch of guys, if they didn't win that game last night, you would have said, "Oh, that's a horrible loss."
If they didn't win the game, you'd say it's a horrible loss, and on top of that, you would absolutely destroy the NBA Cup championship because you lost the game because you couldn't play your guys. You couldn't play your guys directly as a result of that game on Tuesday, so you'd be so upset with that. Now at least it doesn't freak you out. But that would have been I think that would have been a really bad look for the NBA, to be honest with you.
Well, that was the talk all night long, right? As the Knicks were kind of stumbling about and they couldn't seize control of that game, it was like, oh, so the Knicks are going to get penalized for losing a game that actually counts, or they're going to lose a game that counts in the standings for winning a game that means absolutely nothing.
That's exactly right.
And look, that's something we talked about it earlier. The NBA still has to get a stranglehold on this. And they could sit there and spin it 6 ways to Sunday. It doesn't matter. You know and I know. Emirates, Prime Video, huge money-making backing that they give to the NBA. That's the only reason this NBA Cup thing exists. They're the ones that make it go. these teams, you still can't take them for their word that this actually is something that matters to them. It doesn't.
Well, I think the commissioner cares.
Well, the commissioner cares, of course. He has to.
Well, I don't think he cares from a financial aspect as much. I think he cares just to make people want to watch. I think the thought is the NBA season starts, and it's great. And then you move on in the NBA season, it loses some luster. How can we make it avoid losing the luster? Come up with some kind of a championship series, right?
Well,
an
it
NBA
is
Cup. That's what they've done.
Though. It is financial sense, though, because think about it. If there was no NBA Cup and instead we just played those as regular season games, they're not going to be sponsored by Emirates.
Of course.
And so however many tens of millions of dollars the NBA is getting from Emirates for these games, okay, they had to incentivize it, and that's why you have this silly NBA Cup.
All I know is if the Knicks had lost that game last night, I would have been more annoyed at losing that game than I was excited to beat San Antonio the other night. And there's something wrong with that.
Right, and then you got to come back tonight and play it back-to-back for crying out loud.
Well, how do you have a team playing 3 games in 4 days after they have to play an extra game and they played on Tuesday of this week? What sense does that make?
And San Antonio's doing the same thing, right? San Antonio's got 3 games in 4 nights.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you.
Night.
You're right, but I don't care about San Antonio.
No, but I'm saying it's the 2 teams that made it to the final
right,
that get inconvenienced.
It's not fair. So, yeah, they get paid, right? And each guy gets $500,000, but then you get punished because you have to play extra time. And, I mean, now your guys can't play.
It's funny how they actually worked out the travel because it goes Vegas to Indiana and now back to New York. So they're like slowly working their way east.
Right. And then now they have 2 straight games.
What's the game Sunday?
Miami, home. 6
o'clock.
They're home.
Okay, so they stay home at least. That's good.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? And they send them out west after that?
Well, I mean, we've seen some crazy things. They don't care about these teams.
They don't care. Let's go to some of the calls. Let's go to some of these calls. And then Raymond's going to give us the stuff you missed. So I'm excited about all of it. Let's go to Kevin in Stony Brook. Kevin, you're on ESPN New York. Kevin?
Hello, Kevin.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. That's
Who's
great.
calling?
Good for
Hello?
Kevin.
How do you hold and not be there?
I don't know. It's
How's that
a bad job by Kevin and
By
the
the
likes
way,
of Kevin.
Do you remember earlier in the show when Richard called and he sounded like he was, on death's door?
Very unwell, yeah.
He slipped in like last night was the greatest Thursday night game of all time.
It was a great game.
It was great. By contrast, though, do you remember roughly like 3 years ago to the day, Thursday night game, Jets-Jaguars?
Was it awful?
It was
bad.
That was that year where the Jets were like kind of like holding on for dear life, like to contention. Remember that was the Mike White year, but Mike White was hurt at that point. So Zach Wilson resumed the starting quarterback job, and they had lost a few games in a row. Like I said, it was like starting to look bleak. And Jaguars this is like the 22nd. It was like a couple days before Christmas. And best thing that happened all night for the Jets, it was like the third play from scrimmage, like
Right.
Quinnen Williams like strip sacked Trevor Lawrence.
I remember that. And then the Jets fell apart and lost.
Jets
lost
took
that
over
game,
like
yeah.
I think around the 20-yard line of Jacksonville, went backwards on that possession, had to settle for a field goal, and I don't know if they scored another point the rest of the game, but it got so bad that Chris Streveler came in the game in the second half.
Oh, the Streveler.
To play quarterback.
That's right. Let's go to Alfie in the Bronx. Good morning, Alfie. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys. I just wanted you to guys, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I was just wondering, could you guys cuddle my trash ex-quarterbacks, Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, and Sam Darnold?
What am I culinary trashing? Just how they play now? Who I'd want to start a team with?
Yeah.
Like what's the actual question?
Present day?
No, cuddle my trash. Who's the better quarterback?
I think I would marry Darnold. I think I'd cuddle Jones, and I would trash Geno Smith.
Okay.
What would you do, Dan?
You would put.
I might flip-flop Geno Smith and Daniel Jones, but I would marry Sam.
You would trash Jones, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't think either one of them are great options at this point.
Geno Smith is awful right now.
I know, but think about it, though. He had a couple of years in Seattle, though, where it was pretty good. It was okay.
Okay.
Better than Daniel Jones ever did, right?
I don't know about that. Daniel Jones played very well this year. And Daniel Jones had the...
But it was only for half a season, though. That's the thing.
You're not wrong. But that's all he played. And then the first year with Dable, Daniel Jones played very well.
But Gino had a couple, I think. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not a great option either way. Sam Darnold's got the most wins in the NFL the last 2 years.
Is what I would do. But you're right. You know what? I'd be perfectly happy having none of those three guys.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what it feeds into? It feeds into the fact that both teams are where they are right now because once upon a time, those all were, at the time, we thought franchise quarterback options for the respective teams.
Yeah, and it turns out we were very wrong. I'm surprised they didn't include Zach Wilson in that trio. Rob in Jersey. Rob, he has an answer to the problem. Rob, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, happy holidays, fellas. How you all doing?
Good,
Hey,
Rob. Happy holidays to you and yours as well.
Thank you. I think it's so simplistic. I can't believe I haven't heard anybody say it. You count the championship game like you currently do. You win the cup. You win the game. You win the cup. But you do give that winning team a win in the standings. The losing team doesn't get penalized. The winning team gets a win. That creates a scenario where any kind of tiebreaker during the end of the regular season, they automatically win that tiebreaker because they're plus half a game in the standings. So I think
it's something. It's something. I mean, I don't know that I love it, but it's something.
So one team is going to have 83 and everybody else is going to have 82?
Right. One. Well, I guess it would only be used as a positive, right? Like you tie for the third seed. Now you get it.
Exactly. So it can only help the winning team. It can't hurt them. Losing team, it has no bearing on the standings. So playing that extra game,
so you lose, nothing happens
whatsoever.
So you lose, but you're still. Thanks for the call, Rob. You're still punished though for losing. So now you've had to play this extra game. You're worn down the extra game. You have to travel after the game, and you've lost. And you don't get the benefit of getting this extra win, so that doesn't even matter to you.
Last year, I'm just looking at the standings last year in the Eastern Conference. The top 10 that, quote-unquote, go to the playoffs.
None of them tied, right?
None of them tied. There was 10 different records.
I would need more. Like, I would like more of a reward for winning the NBA Cup, but I like that better than what it is now.
Well, here's the other thing that makes it silly, too. Remember, in that game, the stats don't count for your like overall season statistics.
None of them do. If you let a guy go for 101 points,
right?
The NBA record holder for points in the game would be Wilt Chamberlain.
It didn't happen.
Right.
It's like it never happened.
If a guy got hurt,
that's a problem.
If a guy got injured, would that also not count?
No, the injury counts.
The injury counts. So if you were to tear an ACL in that game, that takes.
No, because Adam Silver can't talk to the ACL and say, ACL, it doesn't count. You're okay. It's all a mental thing. You're okay. Go back out there and play in 2 nights.
Okay. All right.
That'd be funny if that actually worked.
If you could overturn an injury?
Yeah. If they had Mr. Miyagi on standby and he could sit there and like just magically heal you for getting injured in the NBA Cup. It was a magician,
Miyagi. That was Pat Morita.
Of course.
By the way. The great Pat Morita.
Oscar-nominated role in The Karate Kid.
Well, it was a great role.
Timeless.
How many Karate Kids have you seen?
3.
Was Hilary Swank in 3?
No, 3 was
I think Hilary Swank was called the next Karate Kid, so it wasn't officially numbered.
She was the next Karate Kid. And you're a fan of the Cobra Kai, right?
Big fan of the Cobra Kai.
Hilary Swank wanted nothing to do with the Cobra Kai.
I don't blame her for that. Well, she's a legitimate actress now. Why would she want to go back?
She is kind of like you forget about it. She is a 2-time Oscar winner. And it kind of like flies under the radar.
She's $1 Million Baby, right?
$1 Million Baby, and then the one where she was a boy. I forgot the name of the movie.
Boys Don't Cry.
Yeah, Boys Don't Cry.
Yeah. That was an excellent movie.
No, but what made Cobra Kai so great is you had all those cameos, and everybody from like the Karate Kid universe like appeared in that series at some point.
She's a serious Hollywood actress. I don't think she wants to reprise her role as in the Karate Kid.
Elizabeth Shue came back.
Elizabeth Shue, what is she doing now?
She was nominated for an Oscar.
Elizabeth Shue is not at the same level as.
Well, let me ask you a question.
I don't know that Hilary Swank's reason for not being in the Cobra Kai is that she's too big for it. Because Cobra Kai
what's Hilary Swank doing now? What's the Hilary Swank project?
I think that her way is I'm better than Cobra Kai.
She was above it.
Yeah, I'm not going back to revisit Cobra Kai.
I think
would be my thought.
I think it actually would have helped her because I don't think that Hilary Swank is quote unquote box office.
Look, it's a choice.
Nobody's lining up around the block for the next Hilary Swank movie.
Yeah, but I think she looks at herself as I'm a Hollywood actress. I'm a star.
You know what?
And I will not demean myself by going into a dojo.
If Meryl Streep was like the maternal aunt of Danielson in the original Karate Kid, she would have made a cameo.
I don't think so.
In Cobra Kai.
I don't think you get Meryl Streep making an appearance in Cobra Kai.
No, I think she would have.
I don't think Johnny Lawrence is doing a scene with Meryl Streep. No.
Well,
Ed Asner appeared in Cobra Kai.
That's the nice thing about hypotheticals. You can just
Ed
throw them out there.
Asner appeared in Cobra Kai.
Yes, he was Johnny Lawrence's rich stepfather. Remember who wanted
I
nothing
don't
to
remember
do with
that.
him?
Ed Asner? Wait a minute.
That was Ed Asner. Lou Grant, for Christ's sake.
Oh my goodness.
Ed
Asner's
did.
got Emmys coming out of his wazoo.
I agree, but let's be fair. And now is Ed Asner even with us anymore?
I don't think Ed Asner's
No, now he's not with us.
anymore.
But remember, that was the first season of Cobra Kai. Was
As has been
pre-COVID.
pointed out to me, he's been dead for 4 years. Ed Asner, may God rest his soul. The great Ed
Right,
Asner.
but that was the first Cobra Kai was like 17, 18 or something.
But don't
like
you
that.
believe that Ed Asner was desperate to get one more role?
No,
I don't think people were knocking down Ed Asner's door.
Ed Asner's one of the great voiceover actors
I
of our
love
time.
Ed Asner.
Ed Asner. So wait, what you're trying to say is, and you're
I
stirring
think
the pot
Ed
a little
Asner
bit.
wanted one more kick at the can.
You are
This is-
absolutely
no.
stirring the pot.
How about this? Stay with me.
Yeah.
What if Ed Asner was pulling a Phillip Rivers, and he
He
needed,
needed to redo
stay
the health insurance.
for SAG-AFTRA?
Yeah.
Wasn't he
You know what I'm
pushing
saying?
100?
What's that?
Wasn't
no,
Ed
I
Asner-
don't think he was that old. I think it was
No.
probably early 90s.
No, Ed Asner, like during his heyday on TV, he was probably only like 40, like Wilford Brimley was in Cocoon.
He was 91.
See? Early 90s, like I said.
So there you go.
I think that asking Ed Asner to do this and asking Hilary Swank are two very, very different things.
I still look at it as, where does Hilary Swank come off thinking she's too good for Cobra Kai? I'm sorry.
This took a turn.
I think she probably is, to be honest with you.
I can't believe you're defending Hilary Swank.
I am. I really am. Raymond?
Yeah, I don't know where we go from there.
We go to stuff you missed.
Yeah, how about that?
How about that?
Now,
Walk-up three-pointer. He got it! See ya! Oh! Put it in the box!
the you missed.
Oh, yeah. So we spent a lot of time talking about Jalen Brunson's game winner and OG Anunoby stealing the ball to seal the victory. Big win for the Knicks last night, coming off the NBA Cup.
That was a great play by OG on that last play, by the
it
way.
doesn't get talked about enough. But it's not the only Madison Square Garden captain with a big night. JT Miller, how about he scores 2:21 into overtime. Rangers beat the Blues in St. Louis. I'm sorry, Brett Hull. Not this time. Rangers beat the Blues in St. Louis. Basketball news. Heat beat the Nets last night, 106-95, so that snaps a 5-game losing streak for Miami. A little college football news. TCU quarterback Josh Hoover is going to enter the transfer portal, miss the Alamo Bowl. Texas has fired their defensive coordinator, Pete Kwiatkowski. You'd see who they're bringing back?
No.
Will Muschamp.
I did see that, yes.
Muschamp.
That's right.
Yep. I did
He's
see
back?
that.
He's back.
He's back in Texas,
He
yeah.
is the defensive coordinator now for the Texas Longhorns.
Who says you can't go home?
Who says you can't? It's not the Texas Longhorns. So who says you can't come back here? Ohio University. Did you see this with their head coach, Brian
This is
Smith?
not a good story.
This is a bad story, as a matter of fact. So they fired him, and they cited, and this is their quote, extramarital affairs and alcohol use in their firing. So it includes it. He had inappropriate romantic relationships, including one he admitted to with a student, as well as an allegation of public intoxication. This is in a letter stating their
So
intent
he had
to fire
relations
him.
with a student.
That's his own admission, according to Ohio.
What
He
is it with these college football coaches?
put on leave
Jesus.
December 1st, fired Wednesday for what the university called serious professional misconduct and participating in activities that would reflect unfavorably on the university. So
They had such a stable program for a long time, Ohio U, when Frank Solich was there.
Big
like
Mac.
They'd go to that first week bowl game like every year. You know what I mean? Like, but you
that
didn't
MAC
hear
football
a peep
is
about
pretty
it.
good football, by the way.
Yeah, it's great.
Weren't they a frequent Rutgers opponent for a while there?
Yes.
Like I remember them playing
Yeah.
Ohio a lot.
But, I mean, you look at some of the talent that's come out of that conference. Big-time talent.
Maction.
Right? Antonio Brown is out of that. Ben Roethlisberger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, big-time players come out of that conference.
Padres agreed to a new 3-year deal with Michael King, first reported by MLB.com, confirmed
Which
by ESPN.
impacts both the Mets and the Yankees.
Yes, it
both
does.
Teams apparently had
Yes,
interest
it
in
does.
Michael King.
I
The
mean,
Mets plan to do
rightfully
nothing
so.
this entire offseason.
Rightfully so. Well, they joined the club. The Yankees aren't doing anything either. Tarek Skubal is doing something, though. He's committing to the 2026 World Baseball Classic roster for Team USA. Congratulations to him. So the Classic, I know a lot of people hate it. It will run from March 5th to 17th. U.S. is going to be captained by Aaron Judge. Yeah, he's a big hater.
Why do you hate
about
it?
Again, did you enjoy that Mets season in 2023?
Edwin Diaz.
That kick-started with Edwin Diaz?
The guy got hurt jumping.
Okay, so it happened.
It was a big win for Puerto Rico, though.
It happened.
Granted.
So I need Nolan McLean with a starting rotation, which obviously looks like they can't be bothered to bring in anybody. Nolan McLean's going to be like the shining light. I need him in the World Baseball Classic.
The thing that would bother me,
I don't think they're going to overwork
Clay Holmes
him.
is in it too.
Correct.
The
And
thing that
Clay
would bother
Holmes,
me
I
the
need
most
the two of them.
is the pitching. Like I wouldn't want my pitchers to pitch in this thing. My hitters, that's fine. They can go play.
But you know what the problem is now? It's a lost cause because the players all want to do it for some reason.
Well, how about if you're the Pirates? You have one draw. There's one thing about your team that interests anybody, and it's Paul Skeens. God forbid something happens to him there. They might as well fold up shop.
I'll tell you, we got a nasty 1-2 with Skeens and Skubal. Good luck trying to stop that.
Two guys that will not be on their current teams for all that long.
They'll be headlining the Dodgers rotation in 2029.
Mm-hmm.
Banner day for the Nacua family yesterday. So we talked about Puka and tweets and
what is wrong with this family?
And bad videos. And so one of his brothers was named as one of 2 men arrested over the weekend for allegedly stealing a vehicle that reportedly belonged to Lakers forward Adu Thiero. The men arrested by the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department are Trey Rose and Samson Nacua, the brother of the Pro Bowl wide receiver. So, banner day for the Nacua family yesterday.
Good for them.
KG rejoining the Minnesota Timberwolves in an off-court role. It's going to be an all-encompassing role involving business, community efforts, and content development. More importantly for the sports side, they say his number 21 jersey will be retired as well, per Shams Charania.
What was the fallout with him with the organization?
I think after the trade, it just...
That's been a
He
long
didn't win
time,
any- but he won a championship. Didn't he want to go?
He wanted to go.
It's like 20 years already. How much of a role you think A-Rod had mending those fences?
I mean, I'm sure he tried to get in there. It's kind of what A-Rod does, but I don't know if he actually made any sort of impact. NFL news: Anthony Richardson's practice window has been opened. Good for him. He is not going to be playing this week, but he is.
Don't you take Philip
practice.
Rivers' job, whatever you do. Don't take that away.
Philip Rivers has to play.
Has to play. Well, he's playing on Monday. They already said that.
Must play.
Must play. Did you see Philip Rivers talk about breaking down the film? It's not so bad. Listen, when a quarterback who's as well, this will lead to a whole other discussion.
Philip Rivers or Kirk Cousins?
No, Kirk Cousins was just breaking down why people don't know what an open receiver is, which I appreciate. But Philip Rivers, just like the way quarterbacks from not even a generation, but like half a generation ago were like so much more advanced than the guys coming out now. And like that's why Jackson Dart is actually pretty impressive, because he seems to be levels above breaking down stuff like in his head and processing than a lot of these other guys. So Dave, you should feel very good about that.
Great.
Sad news in the NASCAR world. Did you see this? Greg Biffle.
That's awful.
Family, 3 others killed in a North Carolina plane crash.
It was one of those little planes, right?
Yeah, I didn't actually see what type of plane it was, but I assume that's what it was. I have to talk about the boxing world, even though it's... So you know Jake Paul is going to be...
I didn't realize it was tonight. And last night I
tonight.
saw a commercial. I was like, it's tonight?
And Jake Paul says he's going to shock the world in a biblical upset of Anthony Joshua.
I don't want to spend a lot of time on this.
No, and that is the stuff you missed.
However, let me just throw one thing out there. Am I reading the room incorrectly? Anthony Joshua is not going to just destroy Jake Paul?
Should Mike Tyson have destroyed Jake Paul?
Mike Tyson's like 55 years old.
Should even still, should other people that he has faced destroy Jake Paul?
Anthony Joshua is enormous. He's still a competent fighter, and he has massive power. Unless there's rules where like he can't hit him in the head or anything, how is he not going to crush this guy?
Is that also a Netflix vehicle?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that is a Netflix vehicle.
Yep.
I won't be watching. I've got the Knicks.
And then they start these things like midnight.
And then I got the Rangers at noon, so I definitely won't be watching.
All right. You're done, Ray?
That is the stuff you missed.
That's nice. All right, let's take a break. Come back. We got to make our football picks. I don't know how we're going to do it because RJ's not here. Neither is Rick. But Raymond will give us the standings.
We're all set.
We're all set?
We're all set with that.
We'll do our picks next. D&R with you, ESPN New York. All right, for one final time this week, have a great weekend. Here is Debbie Duhame.
Good morning, Dave, Dan, Ray, and Bauer. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the holiday fun as well. Be careful. Lots of rain and wind today, so watch out as you're heading to the airports. Delays of over an hour at LaGuardia. 287 North, exit 58 in Oakland. It's an accident over on the Cross Island South at Hempstead Turnpike. A collision. Construction on the Deegan South right at the Cross Bronx. Sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org. Alternate side in effect. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
When you're streaming Stranger Things on Netflix,
hurry! Okay, wait!
Shh! Don't take slow for an answer. Switch to Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. And this holiday season, get Netflix and so much more on us. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today.
Whoa, did you see that?
Optimum. Don't take slow for an answer. Netflix subscription required. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain in the letter x.com/AI.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, we're celebrating this holiday season with our $155,000 Slay the Road drawing, including your chance to win a new Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash. Earn entries all month long, then be here on January 1st between 12 and 3 p.m. when one winner will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. At 4 p.m., one lucky winner will win a Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Too much on your list this season? Get 50% off your first 6 months of payroll at gusto.com/radio. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll, taxes, and compliance. So you can go from making payroll to making gingerbread houses, checking your books to decking the halls, spreadsheets to snow angels. Switch before the end of the year and there's no need to transfer payroll history. Now that's a reason to be merry. Choose a future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/radio.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
All right, D&R with you, ESPN New York. Now, ESPN is your home for the college football playoff this weekend. Tonight, Bama and Oklahoma play on ESPN and ABC, along with 1050 ESPN, and so many ways to consume this on the ESPN New York app as well. Then tomorrow, it's Miami against Texas A&M at noon on ESPN, also on ABC, along with 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app, followed by Ole Miss and Tulane, along with Oregon and JMU. That's at night. Both of those games are on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app. Like we mentioned earlier in the show, a jam-packed sports weekend. Jam-packed sports weekend.
With jam and everything.
Everything. Jam all over the place. You're not doing your show tomorrow morning, right, because you're traveling down to New Orleans, correct?
That's correct. So no show tomorrow.
I don't know if you'd like to. I don't know if you're prepared to. If you'd like to jump in on our football picks, you can make your picks here, or you can take the week off if you'd prefer. Whatever you'd like.
I'll abstain from the picks,
okay,
yeah.
that's fine. But I just want to – see, I'm not RJ.
No, you're not RJ.
I want to incorporate you into everything I can. I don't want to hold you from being involved.
No, I appreciate that, and I think it was a legitimate gesture. It wasn't like a token or anything like that.
No, never.
It was good.
Never. On that note, Raymond.
NFL picks.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs and lay the net.
Of D&R.
Here we go. Time for our picks, presented by Amazon Pickup. Bauer, you're going to play the role of RJ and give us the updated standings and who goes first and all that good stuff.
All right, so Dave, with last night's loss for you with the Seahawks at -1.5, you're now 18-28 on the season.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's absolutely terrible.
Rick is going to be 22-20-3 entering this week. RJ 24-21. Ray 20-25.
Ugh. So Ray's the guy that I have to focus on and get. Who goes first?
Dave, you are up.
Sitting here at 0-1, I got two games, and I feel like both of these games are going to come through for me. I feel confident about both of them. I'm going to start tomorrow night. It's a national game, and I believe in the Chicago Bears tomorrow night. We know that I don't love Caleb Williams, but I think Green Bay is going to really take a hit with no Micah Parsons. Chicago gave him a tough game last time out. They ran the ball highly effectively. I think they do the same this time. I think they win it. Knowing my luck, I'm giving Chicago -1.5. The Bears win like 23-22, but I'll take the Bears, and I'll lay the 1.5. And I'm not going to get fooled by Pittsburgh. I don't think Pittsburgh's very good. Their offense leaves a lot to be desired. Their defense leaves a lot to be desired. They don't stop the run all that effectively. Detroit can score, and Detroit will score. Detroit lays 7. I think this is a 10-plus point game. I'll take the Lions, and I'll lay the 7 home in a must-win for Detroit and not a must-win for Pittsburgh. So to recap, I'm already 0-1. I will take the Bears -1.5 and the Lions -7. All right, Bauer, who's up next?
Go ahead, Bauer.
I was just going to say we're going to do Rick and then RJ's picks now.
All right, so I do have their picks, respectively. We'll go to Rick first, as Tom said. Rick has selected the Minnesota Vikings -2.5 over the New York Giants. Makes sense.
Okay.
He has the Indianapolis Colts at +5.5 on Monday Night Football against the 49ers.
I find that to be a startling selection.
That's an interesting one. And a safer, well, maybe not as safe, but it could be pretty safe considering the team they're playing. Houston Texans -14.5 over the Vegas Raiders.
Okay.
That's an interesting trio right there. RJ, he's going with the New Orleans Saints at -6.5 over the New York Jets. He's going with
that number has jumped dramatically, and because I'm a decent guy, even though I don't think very fondly of RJ keeping information from Dan, that number has gone down to 6, Ray.
I've got 6.5 on DraftKings right now.
Okay,
so I'm going with 6.5
at the ESPN site, and it says 6
on ESPN. Literally 2 minutes ago.
I know. I just refreshed it. Just went down to 6.
Oh my goodness.
Do however you need. Go
All
ahead.
right. He's going with old reliable
Cincinnati.
Oh wow, it has gone down to 6. I'll check with him if he still wants it. Cincinnati -4.5 over the Miami Dolphins. And his final pick, he's going Monday Night Football. Also old reliable, his own team, the 49ers at -5.5.
Oh, so they're battling each other in that game.
They are battling each other. And you know who else they're going to be battling? They'll be battling me. Because I'm also taking the 49ers at 5.5. And then before you say anything, RJ selection had zero bearing on that.
Of course.
It was already locked in.
Of course. The fact that, Dan, all they do is team up on the same picks. It's all they do. And just coincidentally, oops, I happen to love the Niners. Oh, so do I. Go ahead.
Copycat league.
I can't stand you right now. And here, before you complain about this one, and again,
God, are you kidding me? You're going to take another?
I just got these picks minutes ago. I had already locked mine in. I am also going with the Houston Texans at -14.5 over the Raiders. Come on, that's a layup. Come on. You can't be serious.
Then bet real money on that game.
Maybe I will.
Such a layup.
Maybe I will.
You know what? Bet $10,000 on that game.
I don't have $10,000. I don't know where this comes from. You really won't like me now. Or maybe you will because it supports your own interests right now, Dave. And I will also go to the MetLife Stadium.
Oh, my God.
And I will also take the Minnesota Vikings at -2.5 over the New York Giants, which you should be rooting for anyway, so what do you care?
I am rooting for it, but Dan, I mean, you be the arbiter here of this situation. The fact that he takes 3 games and 3 games line up with either Rick or RJ, there's not something to that?
Well, especially when you get to this late in the season, you have the option to play some defense, if you know what I'm talking about.
I'm going against Rick in one of these games.
One of the games.
Yeah, and then you're going with RJ in another. It's fine. Whatever. All I know is I hope you go 1-2. I hope I go 2-1. I cut the deficit to 1.
But let me ask you a question. Was this an issue last year, like all this repetition with the picks?
I don't remember it being an issue.
I think we agreed on a few games in the past.
Well, then maybe that's something moving forward for next year you maybe tinker up with a little bit.
How do you tinker with that?
Maybe we tinker.
Ray, you could do. You
add
can
an
have
elimination?
some variety, like you
add
do over-unders.
Yeah. Okay, maybe.
Instead of points, you could pick over-unders.
Okay, you could add that in there. Sure.
Maybe you can't just take all the same games as RJ next year. Maybe we make that a rule.
I don't think I ever did that.
Yeah. And that's that.
This year or last year.
That's that.
That's it.
All right. Let's take a break. Let's come back, and let's do Plays of the Week. It's D&R with you, ESPN New York.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Hey, it's Michael Kay, talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, save on all holiday gifts for everyone on your list. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you could trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together. During the Mazda More to Move You sales event, lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for $229 a month for 33 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for $239 a month for 33 months. Both with $49.95 due at signing. It's the Mazda More to Move You sales event at Garden City Mazda. At Garden City Mazda, expect the exceptional.
Hey, fans!
Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics.
All right, D&R with you, ESPN New York. We're moments away from Raymond's world-famous plays of the week. I don't think I let you know. I didn't close out the picks, right? Our picks were presented by Amazon Pickup. I'm terrible. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations near you. Also, Game Time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it is game time, that's when it is Tully time. Knicks hosting the Sixers at the Garden. We'll see who plays tonight. Pregame at 6:30 right here on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app. Stay with me here. Islanders host the Canucks at 7 o'clock, and the Devils visit the Utah Mammoth at 9 o'clock. And that's Game Time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Also, what'd you say? What was that?
I have no idea what just happened.
Oh, I heard something. Anyway, Oklahoma, Alabama tonight. Who wins that game, Dan?
I think Bama gets the revenge.
Bama gets the revenge. Yeah. You can, of course, consume that game on all sorts of ESPN products, right? It's on 1050. It's on ABC. It's on ESPN. Tomorrow, I think really good game, Miami and Texas A&M. Who gets that one?
I actually think Miami gets it. I think Miami's got a lot of talent. They don't get enough credit. Yeah.
I would be stunned if Miami won that game. I think Texas A&M is far superior to Miami.
I don't know.
And I don't trust that quarterback for the Canes even a little bit.
Carson Beck?
Not even a little bit.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Who would trust Carson Beck?
But now they got dinged up a little bit. Let's see how they respond.
And then, of course, you think Ole Miss and Oregon win, right? Move on. That's what that's saying?
Yes, but I actually think Tulane is going to be, a little bit more of a challenge than obviously James Madison is going to be.
They played, and this year already in Mississippi being like 30 points.
Mississippi doesn't have a coach either.
No, we'll see. I think
you know what I mean. That's
good guy, John Summerall, by the way. Good guy.
You know,
but again, that's
what he's doing.
Something that's fundamentally wrong with this whole playoff. Like, you have teams in the playoff without their head coach.
It's a problem. You know, it's not a problem. Raymond's award-winning plays of the week. Raymond, guess what we're going to get into on the other side?
Are the plays.
I want you to guess. And specifically the
Knicks of the week.
That's right. You're good. You win a prize today.
That never gets old. It's time for Plays of the Week, powered by ZipRecruiter. We'll start with the Football Monday, as always, and not a good start for Rick. He was getting trashed by Jaguars fan Jefferson.
You knew before today that he was a Jaguars fan?
Yeah. He's
That's something well known around the station?
He's the only one I know.
I know your teammates, man.
You knew that also?
Yeah. I know
Who
all
would
my
possibly
teammates.
know that he was a Jaguars fan?
I knew he was a Jaguars fan.
You have a conversation with him.
So literally everyone else.
Yeah, football's down bad around here. Ira's done with Aaron Glenn.
I can't wait for this Aaron Glenn era to be over with.
You're nowhere near the end of the Aaron Glenn era.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. That's why I'm counting the next 34 games, and then we'll be rid of him.
Dave still hates Darius Slayton.
I do think that you hate Slayton more than most people, though.
He dropped 2 passes yesterday. He dropped a touchdown yesterday. What do you mean I hate him more than most people? The guy is so poor. This is ruining my life, and you guys are having such great enjoyment.
I'm not safe either. The Cowboys embarrassed me this weekend. I deserve shame. I do deserve shame. Rick probably deserves shame for mocking his wife.
Yeah, I was in Chocolate World, but I had Cass. She's like, we got to be here at a certain time because we got a reservation. And I was like, oh, we're making chocolate? She's like, yeah, we're making chocolate bars.
Dave says he's henpecked.
The way you made that sound, she was henpecking you the entire time.
That's a troubling thing. He mocked your long day, your fatherly duties.
He drove in a beautiful Mercedes 4 hours. Wow. Way to battle.
You mocked him back.
Took me 3 hours to get to Jersey. I had to cross multiple bridges and tunnels, man.
It's tough to get around Jersey.
Jersey's a very difficult state to navigate. And then we made cocoa bars.
Yeah, down in Hershey, PA.
Did you do the show on Friday?
Yeah, but you just did.
No, you didn't, did you? I did the show. I drove 4 hours. I waited for the kid. I drank 3 cups of coffee, and I drove him all the way home.
Only gets
worse.
Hey,
you know what? Give me a moment here.
Yes.
Dan, I'd like to ask you this.
Yeah.
I did the show last week. I got in the car. I drove 4+ hours. I waited for 4+ hours for him, and I drove back for 4 hours. Is that a hell of a day?
Is this picking up the kid from school?
Yes.
You drank coffee, too.
I had to. Otherwise, I would have fallen asleep on the way home.
Though. You're not a big coffee guy.
But I had to. I didn't want to die.
Dave's
coffee
about to
over death.
You're about to go on vacation, a well-earned vacation.
That was a good spot.
Maybe I'll just tell the bartender. Bartender, just give me shots.
And, of course, Rick crossed the line.
Line me up some shots. Let's really get this thing done.
What? I will not repeat that name on air. We needed Rick to tone it down, and of course he goes the other way.
You want unfun Rick? That's fine. I'll be nerdy sports Rick. Let's sit and break down the Joe Burrow trade. Wouldn't give you a second round pick. Real fun radio.
This all sounds very familiar.
And then we can get into like what actors are in which movies. Oh, he was in this movie.
You're unwell today, aren't you?
I watched the Steve Martin doc. That was great. Plays the banjo.
He's stealing my bits. That's what he does. You're a bit stealer is what you are.
I don't want you bits.
Yeah, that's exactly what Dave would do, exactly. But,
I like having a job. You're in a position where you don't need this. So I unfortunately need this. RJ needs this. I don't know whether or not Dave needs this. But
what do you mean? Wait, you don't know what Dave needs it?
You seem offended by that.
So we leave, we sit down for brunch, 10:15.
We could even be there by 10:10 by that logic.
You know what? Let's not push it.
Have you seen him walk?
But you know what?
Very slow walker.
Screw you.
How tight is this going to be?
Very.
I like tight.
Bet you do.
I'll do my best work.
Yeah. The big brunch.
Yeah.
I will be the pancake dumpster.
He was the pancake dumpster, by the way. And if it wasn't for RJ, Rick might have had a shot at stealing the show at the big brunch. RJ's body part's getting a lot of compliments.
I think bottom I bring little to the table. I think it has
I think you have a great bottom. In fact, can I be completely honest? You were walking the hallway the other day, and I was like, wow, divine.
This plays into our workplace slogan we came up with.
It's a nice shaped pec. You know what I mean? Like Dave's got more of a breast than a pec, you know?
Why? I'll tell you this, there's people here that have bigger breasts than me.
Yeah, that all leads to the slogan that RJ was talking about.
The workplace is meant to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, well.
You're all idiots. You know what I meant.
What'd you mean?
There's no complacency.
Oh, because I say that.
That's very different.
I panic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Your mouth got the best of you.
A lot of head trauma.
Move right along.
Yeah, the year's ending, and
I think it's fitting to end the year with a nice HR meeting.
Rick is very concerned about Dave's face.
What's going on with the side of your head? Why is it red right there?
I don't know.
A red splotch right here.
Reminded you of something?
My mother-in-law once dated a man, and we went out for dinner with this guy, and I told her, I was like, this man is decomposing before our eyes.
It's the holiday season. Get holiday cards.
Did you send me a holiday? Where's my holiday card? Did you send me one? Did you not do holiday cards?
We are.
When?
Cher's late. Yeah.
She's pregnant?
I wish.
Can you imagine?
No. Holiday cards are very important.
Do you know how nice it is to receive it? We discuss them. We get them. We judge everyone. Look at this kid. He's not that cute. Look at Rick's kids.
We
They're
don't
just
do that.
adorable.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
I like the idea of getting them to judge them.
And then you get the ones like, who are these people? Do we know these people?
How'd you get my address?
This sounds like a great experience I'm missing out on.
Yeah, it really is.
Interesting call yesterday.
Let's go to Neil.
Good morning, guys. 56-year Jet fan. I listened to 4 hours minimum of Jet content on YouTube. I'm probably the number one caller on the Jake Asman show. Which
this went on for a while. I'm just going to move it along.
Okay, all right, let's go. We'll pick it up. Number 2, you're keeping players.
We're going to go through 5 things?
They finally had enough of role-playing.
Hang on. Cut. RJ.
Yes.
What do I do?
Parachute.
Anything else?
Jump out.
Yeah. What I don't want you to do is run over the animals, Dave. Don't do that.
They get in the way, and then they pay.
That's another great slogan that we picked up this week. And then there's today. So we're reacting to the big news at the brunch. Yes, RJ and Ange are having baby number 2. Congratulations to them. It will be a girl. Will be in the summer. Dan did not know this because RJ never told him.
So RJ and I had a phone conversation yesterday afternoon, and that was not mentioned once.
And now the friendship is well, a weird place.
Friendship skills, it's not a great friendship moment for RJ. Still a great guy, maybe not as great a guy at this moment as we thought he might be.
And that leaves us with more questions than answers as we wrap the week. Those were the plays of the week powered by ZipRecruiter. When you're hiring, never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter. Try ZipRecruiter for free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Well done, as always, Raymond. Dan, it's Rule 76.
No excuses. Play like a champ. Grasser, Rothenberg, and
so much football this weekend.
On ESPN New York.
St. Bart's parties.
This is why you don't get it.
And nudity.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, experience the wonder of holiday savings with the 12 days of deals during Happy Honda Days, like the Accord SE, only $299 per month, or the all-wheel drive HR-V LX for only $269 a month. The 12 days of deals on now during Happy Honda Days, plus receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 39 months lease, 7,500 miles per year, 2026 down, plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything.